Standing by.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Complete.
Tajigen, Ohio gozaimasu. It's your favorite superstar maniac, the multi-dimensional Tajigen Khaiden. A sentient star cluster in VTuber, VSinger form. We are many cosmic minds combined to form a single entity on a higher plane of existence. Say the full intro today, Tajigen. Great to see you all. Hope your week has been great so far. For me, it's been very busy, very messy, you know. We had a specific schedule for this week, but sadly we couldn't have the ℂ𝕠𝕟𝕚𝕒 stream. Everything else did happen though. Couple of interviews, which is great. The fact that the two talk shows happened on the same week was a complete coincidence. And let me tell you, next week is looking very busy already. I'm gonna tell you in a little bit why, but yeah, we are at the end of the week, or the start of the week, depending on how you're seeing it, of course. But the schedule we show, right? The graphic goes from Monday to Sunday. But yeah, this next week, I'm still not sure if we're gonna be able to co-stream Gamescom. That's one thing I wanted to do. But you know, even without that, there's big things coming also for what we're doing in Pokemon Violet next week, F14, compared to this week anyway. And also a collab with Allurin. That's all in the plans. And so we'll have it in the schedule, graphic as soon as possible. I'm gonna really try, especially if I have the Gamescom stream on Tuesday, to have it like ready by tomorrow at the latest. By Monday tomorrow. Maybe Monday for you already, but you get the point, I think. But yeah, I've been having all sorts of weird stuff. Yesterday we had a TSE stream. There was some weird stuff with my audio, where like my microphone, again, it's a thing you don't see on screen. I have to keep clarifying that every time. I'm like, what microphone? What are you talking about? All I see is the 4 ℂ𝕠𝕟𝕚 masks that you're wearing on your hair. Yeah. I think they work better this way. I was gonna have them as badges, right? That was my original plan. I said this last week, but yeah. Man, we went for 9 hours last week. Is it gonna be that long for the first stream in the Indigo disc? I don't think so. But I didn't think it would be that long for the teal mask. We ended up doing the whole thing, and it paid off. Obviously not this week, but we're still doing some Kitakami stuff. We're gonna wrap up the other like loose ends. I'm gonna see what it is that I have to do to catch the 3 Stooges, as I call them, because you know we still haven't actually caught them, of course. But we need it for the Pokédex completion, and that's also one of the other things we're gonna do. That's pretty much the main 2 things. When I go into the game, I won't be in Kitakami. I even started wearing another outfit. I was having some fun with it off stream, but then I got caught up in other things. I got more caught up playing Tales of the Shire, because I also have it on my Switch. But anyway, today this will be the focus. But yeah, we'll talk more about like what's coming next week at the end of the stream. Let's leave it for until then. Yeah, let me just set everything up. Oh, hold on. Testing, test. Yeah, I was talking about the weird sound issues I had yesterday, right? With my microphone with the headphones that I have directly plugged into it. It was doing some weird audio thing where the audio was just like not working right. And I thought it was the headphones. I unplugged them, but then I tested them with something else and they sounded fine. So then I plugged them back into the microphone and they were working again. So I'm thinking just the connection was a bit loose in a weird way. But it just did that thing. I don't think you could hear it, but it gets very crackly. Getting very thundery. Or I think it just... No, it didn't do that, but it did something similar right now, and it freaked me out. Yeah, it just did it again. Like, I made all sorts of tests. Just raised my voice and all that, and... Yeah, right now it sounded okay, though, when I did that right there. Anyway, let's launch El Gato Pokemon Violet, the Switch. Let me set up the stage here. So give me a second. It always needs to be set up a specific way. It's true though, I could set it up before the stream. But I mean, it doesn't take that long here. I think it's okay. No, if I ever do have a collab on the Switch, then yeah, we want to have that set up probably. The setup that I'm talking about is not just showing it on stream, but also it's also about projecting it on a source, like doing a full screen projection of the source so that I can also see it pretty much as a borderless full screen game. I guess I could make it a windowed game as well, but I don't know if I have a good reason to do that when I'm streaming anyway. When I'm not streaming, it's helpful. It's just a window, and it turns anything on the Switch, in my case, because it's a capture card. It doesn't just capture the Switch, of course, but it's the only thing I'm capturing in my case, right? It turns any game on the Switch into a game on PC, almost, in a way. That's what makes it so cool. So if you're like ever want to splurge, you're a PC gamer, you're a Switch gamer as well, though. You're not a streamer though, and you're like, okay, I have extra money and I want to splurge on something just funky. Do this, and you'll have that going on. Then it also means you get to stream it on Discord to other people. You don't have to be a streamer, quote unquote, for that. Technically, that does make you a streamer. You stream the game. You stream something. But then, what does the word streamer even mean? A streamer can be what is it? One of those like it's not thread or spool, but like a sort of thing that gets thrown at rituals, at festivals, or at sports. Sometimes they don't do it as much anymore. I think also because there's a lot of extra work for the ring crew. But in pro wrestling, in Japanese pro wrestling, when the wrestlers are getting announced, the crowd just tosses a lot of streamers. It's not the word for it, but maybe I'm thinking of something else. Anyway, this outfit came together quite nicely. It's kind of cute. But I am gonna go back to the Kitakami outfit and the hairstyle for that matter, so let's get into it. As a matter of fact, I was actually going to do some other changes to it because I found out there's variations of it. You can get Kieran's white version and Carmine's dark blue version, basically. And I gotta get that. This actually works surprisingly well with like socks or shoes or anything like that. Or something like that, pardon me. Because it's like, I don't know, it feels like it's gotta be the festival sandals and nothing else, but let me see. It works better if you don't have socks on. I will say, I was kind of peripherally watching a bit of the tournaments, the world tournaments for Pokemon. Somebody had that white outfit. That's how I was like, wait, where do you get that? Where do you get that variant? Can I get a purple version? Can I get any color of it? Turns out you can't, but the white one I feel might be nice. But yeah, one person was having like some footwear that fit nicely with that. Here I look like a silly tourist. I guess I am a tourist in Kitakami, but we don't have to look the part so badly. Yeah, slip-ons in green might do the trick, but I don't have them, and I don't know if I want to bother getting them. It's like, let's have some variation to this, right? Oh, trust me. I'm gonna be all over that blueberry uniform when we get there. Or perhaps like grass. No, we already tried this, I think, at the end of last week. Or maybe I did it off stream. Where, yeah, these don't fit as much. They're not quite the right green to be that. And I'm not gonna go on a shopping trip just for this. We already kind of did a shopping trip last week. Performance sneakers, though. My work. The implication is that I am wearing socks. Don't think I'm being a freak about this. They just ultra no-show socks. That's the name they use for them in Animal Crossing. Yeah, see, this would probably look very good with the white one. I'm gonna wear that. I'm still gonna change my hairstyle and take out the hat for a second. But first, what would be other sock options? All these knitted socks, they came from Kitakami as well, but nah, I guess not. School socks? Oh yeah, the school socks are... Oh no, wait, they're not the ones I thought they were. Right, the ones you started the game with, you know? With the, what was it, a yellow stripe at the top? I wish those sporty tights worked. This is one of my signature, like, tights. But you know what? I want to maybe... I'm gonna try wearing them and then see how it feels when I put on the other outfit. But we also need to go to... Oh, and the bag. No, it should be the Festival Cinch bag. Weren't there variants of this that I could buy? Oh yeah, also, there may be something else that fits it better, but no, I guess not. It continues to be this one. It might blend in even more with the white variant of this outfit, so... Where we get it is with the grandparents of Kieran and Carmine as a gift, and I think we have that as an option already. Also, when it comes to hairstylists, the only one I'm remembering right now is the one in Mesagoza. Wait, what is... Oh. Yeah, let's avoid actually starting the Indigo disc. I was like, what is the exclamation mark about? Right, it's about starting it. Probably shouldn't go. I think you actually have to go inside the academy and talk to someone. So even if you go inside, it's not just going to trigger it. It's like with the Kitakami trip here. Only until I talk to... I forgot her name already, but the Heath descendant. But anyway... Let's go into Miraidon. Onto Miraidon, I should say. We'll see how far we can get with the Pokédex completion thing. I wanted to get to at least 150 Kitakami Pokemon. Oh, hello there. What do we have here? Oh, and also a big priority will be to get the item I need for the Sinistcha evolution for my Poltergeist, who still retains the name Machai, and I still want to change it. I don't know. As you may think it's actually something that works well, but for me, for a bunch of reasons, it doesn't. Kind of hard to explain. Where the places is the... Okay, no, wait, I think I made it to where I need to go. So yeah, I got used to opening the map with minus in Tales of the Shire. So I'm pressing minus, thinking that it's gonna open that. No, it opens the Pokédex thing. But yeah, like the hairstyle just works so well there. For Blueberry, I doubt I'm gonna change it. Shorter length bob. No, this is something different. No. Half up bun, right? It's amazing how well that fits. Yeah, I was considering wearing some of those sunglasses we got that are hexagonal. And Jack was the one wearing glasses like that, right? So they were based on that design. From what I saw, yeah, I got some design inspiration from what I saw the championships yesterday, and they're still ongoing today, I think. I don't know. I really didn't know anything about them. I just saw Pokemon was streaming them, and I'm like, oh, hello. And TCG also had something going on, but yeah, from what I saw, I think I might use that for my Blueberry self. My Blueberry look, if you will. Of course, I'm always gonna go back to the Uba Academy uniform, but as soon as I get access to the Team Star stuff, man, we need to go for that. But now we need to go for Kitakami. I will probably make it a big priority, let's say first, to get the things for Poltergeist, to have it become Sinistcha. It's about time we did that. But anyway, we want to go to yeah, let's go to Mosui Town because I gotta talk to the grandparents of Kieran and Carmine. I love how there's always a Dragonite flying next to the plane. You could call Kitakami a region, right? Or a sub-region of sorts. I guess it's as much of a region as the Sevi Islands were. Or well, I haven't played Sword and Shield yet, but yeah, the Isle of Armor, the Crown Tundra. How big were they compared to this? If anything, this is more of a region than the Sevi Islands because it's bigger, but... yeah, I kind of wish they did the Sevi Islands and Let's Go Pikachu Eevee. Look, I know we don't need any more Kanto remakes, but I kind of want another one just so it can have more going on to it. Like, they add the evolutions that go beyond the 151. You get a Magnezone, pre-evolutions as well. You get a Pichu, you know, things like that. But also adding Cantonian forms of other Pokemon, like Cantonian Zangoose, and it's a Dark type, pure Dark type, for example. those things like that. And then was at the Sevi Islands. But now they're even more expanded. And hell, the Orange Islands, why not? I was cleaning out one of the warehouses when I found these. Not sure what to do with them. Do you think you could take them off my hands? Oh, and also... Okay. White, gray, deep blue. Yeah, there's a way to get the masks as well. And I don't think he was one of the mask vendors at the festival, but I'll take a look. Neither Carmine nor Kieran fit this size anymore. I know the colors match my grandkids' Jinbei, but don't worry. These aren't hand-me-downs. They're practically brand new. What's up, Grandpa? Oh, just chilling? Okay. Sorry to bother you. Their house is so nice, though. It's actually kind of underrated. Oh, the hoods on top. The little gate here, like, done like this is underrated. This is underrated. Anyway, let's see what this looks like. Whoops, wrong thing. It's gotta be the white gray version. Deep blue, we're gonna have enough of that in blueberry. It's actually quite nice, and it fits the tights I'm wearing more. If anything, I'll have to like buy more that would fit it, but yeah. Let's see. No. Wrong thing. I just don't kind of like how there's no socks visible. The implication is that I'm wearing just ultra no-show or no-show socks or something like that, but yeah. Let's go for it for a while anyway. It starts looking more like a school uniform when you set it up like this. But yeah. If anything, it's more practical. I know festival Jinbei are very different than high heels, but like me running around like this, climbing hills, well, it's more me right on doing it, but still going into all sorts of places, right? Like this is like the equivalent, well, not like this, but with the sandals, the festival sandals. I mean, it looks cool, it looks fun to be in the outfit of the region and all that, but at the same time, it's kind of like the equivalent to being in high heels all the time and running and like, what the heck is up with that? But yeah, so I was looking through the Bulbapedia just slightly before the stream, and Paradise Barrens is one of the areas where you get the item you need for the evolution. I'll need the, well, it has a terrible name, but the unremarkable version, the mediocre version, because I have the counterfeit Polcha guys, not that that actually matters. Oh, Nosepass Fragment for the first time. Who's that Pokemon? Earthworm? It looked like, I thought it was a shiny of something. I didn't just lose a shiny, did I? Hopefully I didn't. I think it's just a regular Earthworm. Good to see Earthworm is here too. It's probably a figure into my Pokédex completion as well. Does the music change when you ride Miraidon here? I think it doesn't. Unlike most places in Paldea. That's interesting. Yeah. Let's just start off just doing collecting and all that, but... What did we get? Taunt? Okay. Let's keep catching Pokemon. Oh, this is Kamo-O? Or Hakamo-O, I forget which one. Kamo-O, Hakamo-O, Jangmo-O. Jangmo-O, see, I forget which is which in the names. But yeah. Why don't we start with it? Let's actually do a quick poll here. Ish. You get. Go. You game. Alright. Time for a paralysis, I think. Everybody is so overleveled in my party. I have half a mind to switch to a different party. For, if not the entirety of Blueberry, most of it. Maybe that's what I should have done in Kitakami. Really have it more of a rotation. Even the other Pokemon that are in my rotation right now, anyway, are overleveled. But anyway, let's do an Ultra then. Hyperboru, you game. There's that realization that I didn't have until very recently. I think I maybe mentioned it last stream that it has an H shape on the ball, you know, a yellow H on the black of the Hyper Ultra Ball, right? Hyper Ball / Ultra Ball. And it's because the original name is Hyper. What happened in translation that they missed that? Why would they, like, it clearly says that in Japanese, why not call it Hyper? Hyper Ball, what's wrong with that? Let's have a false swipe from Spectre to really ensure we have this catch. Oh yes, it's the first stage out of 3 stages, but it's a dragon Pokemon. These things, they can be difficult ones. Difficult. Noble Roar? As long as it's not a roar like, you know, a regular roar that makes you be forced to run away from the battle. Dragon Dance. Let's watch out for those stats. That rose so much. Yeah. Let's really ensure it's all the way down to the red right there. As long as it doesn't do anything with recoil. There's a dragon move or two that has recoil, I think. Pokemon Ghetto. Gotcha. Man, there's a lot of gacha in my life after all. Oh yeah, yesterday we finished the career of, well, the first attempt at King Halo's career, just when he was getting to a very exciting part 2. You know what I did after that? I started Haruda's career again. I want to see what it's like to repeat a career already. Unlike last time, the inspirations are better. The legacies are better. The support cards are better. And she also has 2 stars, which she didn't have last time. But eventually I must do it with her signature outfit with 3 stars. They communicate with their allies using the sounds their scales make when struck. A group of these Pokemon causes quite a racket. Well, it may get noisy if we find a group of them, but alright. So, what was the actual order of the names there? Jangmo-o, Akamo-o, Como-o? Como-o, I think, is the last evolutionary stage, but yeah, I mix up the names a lot. I'm sure I'm not alone in that. I think maybe learning the meanings behind the names, because they may be Japanese words, but I'm not sure. This is Ferret, right? Bug, Terra type. We've caught the Luxray evolutionary line, right? Because there was a Luxio harassing me earlier there. So I'm not sure. I could also be letting out a Pokemon, but we face this trainer, right? That's that beautiful Jimbei that I'm now wearing. Of course, if they had been a purple variant, a violet variant, I would have been more than happy to take it. I might wear the dark blue variant at some point, I don't know. But yeah. That's interesting. I mean, what stopped them from just doing a palette swap? I don't think it would have been that difficult, but I don't know anything about game design. In that sense, at least. Is it me or is there a little bit of lag there? From the moment I grab it to the moment it does the sound. Maybe I'm grabbing so many items that I can't keep up. I think that's it. I am going to save the game because this is looking sussy. There may be a crash incoming. Tales of the Shire actually crashed. Which kind of was a blessing in disguise because I was addictively playing it and I wasn't sure when I was going to stop. I just allowed that to be the moment I stopped. And then, yeah. That was yesterday. And then I'm like, okay, tomorrow we will just start Pokemon Violet. Because the plan was that I was going to stop, I close the game, and then leave Violet ready to be opened for the stream. Man, we're picking up items so fast that it's not able to keep up with it. I saw that trainer. Oh, and now I see that trainer too. Stone Edge, first time I get that. As a TM at least. Hello, Sandslash. I don't think I've ever caught a Sandslash. Sandshoe probably. But might as well try the full evolution already, right? Well, there will be no paralysis here, but I do have Stun Spore. Just worried about Magi stats. I forgot that I came here to find the item for it. I think I will just Google it and look up where you can find it. I know Ogre Ousting is one thing. We gotta go really crazy with the rewards though, and it could be quite a grind. But I mean, at some point I should do it today, I think. Now, usually this might be where I bring out Spectre for a false swipe, but the ground on fire typing doesn't look good. Nobody will resist the Sandstorm here, sadly. But at least Khaiden will resist ground moves, so let's have that. I'm just gonna have to try like this. Yeah, there's a huge level difference still. Khaiden is level 90. One air cutter might still be too much. We just gotta try tossing those Ultra Balls. I know, I could just evolve a Sandshrew, but let's give it a little bit of a try here at least. Hyper Boru. Hyper Power. Okay, I thought it would take more attempts. That was lucky. Not just lucky. Things like paralysis came into it, but yeah. The spikes on his body are made up of his hardened hide. It rolls up and attacks foes with its spikes. Spiky. Oh yeah, I forget that it's based on a mouse. I never think of it as a mouse. Think of it as, well, I forget the names of those burrowing animals. Like it, but yeah. One of those things in the wild that also goes and raids gardens, steals crops, unless you take action, like chemicals, I don't know. But yeah, it helps that, you know, with Sandslash, it's like known for being a ground Pokemon that digs around. How could I have best of this bad? This is a karate-gi, but I only know judo. Okay, that's very funny though. That's very funny. Let's serve a screenshot. ℂ𝕠𝕟, the black belt. ℂ𝕠𝕟. That's such a martial artist name. For some reason, I don't know. ℂ𝕠𝕟 no Kin. Best of the North Star? But I doubt ℂ𝕠𝕟 itself means North Star. Or maybe it does, actually. Omori ℂ𝕠𝕟, a pro wrestler as well. Oh, beautiful create, Tajigen. Well done. So I haven't caught a Sandshrew. I did notice that earlier there, when we called the Sandslash. And the same goes for Timber, it seems. Yeah, so we should keep getting the uncalled-for line. How many Pokemon did he have? He might have all three of them. Every time I see uncalled-for, I think of Marshall from the Elite Four of Unova. Because, you know, it's a Pokemon line, fighting type line that got introduced in Unova. He's the fighting type expert in Unova, Marshall. Endure? No. Going for the Focus Punch. Lumina Crash! Yosh. Excellent. I don't want the level ups to happen, but otherwise, excellent. Oh, this whole thing threw me for a loop, he says. What else does he say? A judo-gi is made of thicker material than a karate-gi, so it can stand up to all the tussling. Yeah, if you practice judo with a karate-gi, then it's probably not gonna be good for it. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Sometimes you can tell the difference just by a glance, from what I've seen of them anyway. Sometimes you can't. For some reason I find that the judo-gi... how to explain it? It's like something around the area of the belt. You can tell by the area around the waist, or at least I can, or I thought I could, and I'm not sure. But okay. Let me take a moment to find out where you find the thing. Besides grinding it out in Ogre Ousting. Oh, before that though, I will try to catch a Sandshrew. What did I get? Did I get an Alolan Sandshrew, or was that a trainer that It was just a trainer that was using it, I think. Anyway, let's try a Quick Ball. Let's see if we can do this quickly. Let's go. Yeah, and I haven't been doing the Chinpao Terror Raid enough. Like, oh man, I gotta do that more. And yeah, like, you can multitask while you do that. I did want to maybe train a Pokemon a bit more, but I think my Annihilate should be fine. Let it become over-leveled further, but yeah. No matter how high a place it falls from, this Pokemon can save itself by rolling into a ball and bouncing. Your boy is bouncy. Sandshrew always looks cute. One of the many, many, many Pokemon who are cuter in their previous evolutionary stages than the later ones, but Sandslash can be cute too. Sandslash I find is more cool than cute instead. But okay. Let me see. I'm looking it up right now. So this would be Sinischa Teacup. Just gonna Google that. There will be some result on Reddit or maybe Cerebi forums or let's see. Yes, one of them. It was a year ago or so. So... Wait, what? What are they talking about? Oh my gosh. I was like, they can evolve with a leaf stone in RR? What are you talking about? No, they were talking about a ROM hack. Radical red. Nah, that's not the result I was looking for, but that's interesting to know that that Pokemon pops up there. Interesting, interesting. Mental note taken. Where do we get the thing? Nah, Sinister. Okay, unremarkable teacup location. And there's another. The northwest and a cave on the northwest side of Oni Mountain. Okay. Okay. Didn't even click on the page there. I just saw the result that Google took there. The text that Google took. We'll try on Oni Mountain, but first, well, let's explore a little bit more. Or hell, it might be one of these caves. Oh, there was a trainer there that I think I didn't face. This wouldn't be the thing I think it is it? Man, we're picking up items so fast. It's like... Okay, I don't think it's lag. It's just, it takes a moment to show the latest items before it shows you the next one. Have I caught a nose bass? I haven't even caught one of these. I take them for granted, seeing them everywhere. Let's get one. Let's do a paralysis and then take Khaiden out of there because rock is risky. Or maybe let's not do a paralysis. Let's see. Yes, you do that. You do that. You do earth power. You keep doing that, nose pass. I always associate nose pass with Roxanne, of course, from Hoenn. Nice. Sap cannon. What would have happened had Khaiden been hit? It would have been charged by that, right? Something like that. Well, Spectre would also be in a bad matchup here. I'm gonna switch to Kishi. I'm not gonna do a false swipe. Kishi will resist a rock move. Oh, no, wait. It was doing... Oh, I'm an idiot. It just did an electric move. Ah. I'm not an idiot. I'm just a scatterbrain, or it's just ADHD or what have you, right? But... Okay. I mean, Sap Cannon... No, that's a lot of damage right there. Ah, screw it. I'm gonna have Spectre out. I know we're over leveled, but I still don't want to risk it. And I have revives and everything, but like, I love my Pokemon. I don't want them to suffer. I like to think I suffer with them when they do have to suffer. Because battles can be rough. But I will take some chances. Let's try a Pokeball. Pokeball, go! Yosh, gotcha! Pokemon Getto. Pokemon Getto da zi. When in danger, it may protect itself by increasing its magnetism and drawing nearby iron objects to its body. Makes sense that it becomes a rock steel type as Probopass. I wonder what description it had in Gen 3. In Ruby Sapphire, Emerald, maybe Fire Red Leaf Green had a different one. Colosseum for that matter. Before Probopass got introduced, right? Because you can already see how it becomes a Probopass, which adds the steel type by the description alone, right? Anyway, when did that get added to the lore? Okay, I want to find that trainer first before it was them, right? Yes. Now, the last person we faced from the Kitakami Ogre clan gave us a lot of trouble. We need to evolve Matcha as soon as possible, though. We're suffering a lot from the low stats it has as a first evolutionary stage. But anyway, I'm Kanemitsu of the Kitakami Ogre clan. The merciless sun shall be your opponent today. Is it gonna be fire types? I'm gonna have to switch right away, but let's see. Each of them seems to be a type expert. You know what I think is gonna happen? They all do a weather strategy. Yeah. This is gonna make it more difficult. Bringing in Pokemon that have different weather and all that would help as well. Why don't we do... There's a high chance that Ninetales has a ghost move as well, but let's do Spectre. Yeah, if it does a fire move on me, Flash Fire. I think we have with Spectre, right? Bring it on. But, oh yeah, Ninetales with a ghost move, that's a normal thing. Let's go. Let's go! I mean, I'm not gonna do a fire move, but... Yeah. Or Dark Balls, that makes sense too, I guess. Ah, there was a flinch from that. That's a shame. Terastalizing here wouldn't do any good. Okay, we'll switch out soon, I think. What do we want to switch out to? We should switch out to Kishi, though there may be counters to it. This is a great time for a solar beam. But the other reason is because it's a fighting type, so a dark pulse will also be resisted here. No, yeah, like the last one with the rain and the Ludicolos. I got some war flashbacks of Mirror B in Pokemon Colosseum. But he was great. It was such a fun challenge. Unexpected challenge there. Aqua Jet! Just to be on the safe side, because that was a fast Ninetales there. Beautiful crit, my dear Kishi. Okay. Shiftry. Wasn't expecting that. It's probably gonna take advantage of Solar Beam with that sunny day. Well, not sunny day, but drought. That sunny weather. Can you ever look up and actually see the sun? Is there a camera angle where I can do that? I guess not. See, speaking of Mirror B from Colosseum, in a way, it feels more like it's a disco in here. From the way these lights are. Anyway, yeah, we gotta do Bug. Double super effective. Oh, yeah. We don't want you to take advantage of that sword stance. They're also fast, too. I think maybe they have some trained DBs as well. But yeah. Beautiful lunge, Ichimonji. Kamen Rider no Chikara. Let's go. Chandelier. Well, it's time for Spectre to come back, I was gonna say, but... I have an idea. I'm gonna try something. I have super effective damage against it, but it also has super effective damage against me because it's a fire type on bug type. Wow, that's the first time I see Chandelier in this game. It looks so good. I love the look of the model. Let's terastalize to the fire type. That will make it be resisted. Hey, this is a tough opponent. It's the time to terastalize. There's still one more Pokemon, but... yeah, an opponent like this warrants a Terra. This is where that different Terra type really comes into play. It's been a good choice to have it be fire. That's why I named it Ichimonji, named after Hayato Ichimonji Kamen Rider number 2. That's those red boots and gloves, unlike Kamen Rider number 1, who has more straightforward white ones. Ichimonji is more about fiery fighting spirit, not that Rider 1 doesn't have that, but Ichimonji Kamen Rider 2 encapsulates that even more. And so the name went this way. That's been my thinking anyway. And so I want to keep the fire Terra type as much as I can. There's even the Terra Blast that gets you to take advantage of that. Lilligant, yeah, let's try that. Now is the time to try that. Yeah, it's not all fire types, but it's a strategy that takes advantage of that sunny weather. Of that sunlight, I should say. Yeah, like there's buffing moves like that one. This is a competitive moveset. Something fun about that. So I think it's safe to say we should expect this in Blueberry somewhere. There's an Elite Four in Blueberry. Maybe they're gonna have that. They gotta make up for the fact that a lot of players will probably be over-leveled doing this. Like me. There is an encouragement, I guess, to change your party and all that, but yeah. Maybe I won't anymore, I don't know. That's always the big issue. I think you don't want to rely too much on doing these sorts of things. EV training Pokemon. Making them really like the difficulty of something you'd find online. When everybody is scaled down to a level where items are not used. Competitive rules. But the word competitive, again, can be misunderstood for what I actually mean right here. If that makes sense. So you have defeated a trainer of the Kitakami Ogre Clan. You don't want to rely on that too much because it's not the kind of difficulty you should have in a single player playthrough, in my humble opinion. I get the battle, everything that I had in me. I have no regrets. Same thing the other said, I think. I did my best, I have no regrets. So, was there one member of the Ogre Clan I had yet to face? Anyway, yeah, let's get out of here. Did I save the game there? Oh yeah, like soon I should charge the Terra Orb. I'm thinking there's something pending. Also, we should give an item to Kishi. What the heck should I give Kishi? Just a water fighting boost. Fighting move boost, I mean. What could I give you, actually? Not choice band, that's for sure. Amulet coin? Nah, I don't think so. There's no lucky egg. No, certainly not the lucky egg. Ground type moves, rock type moves, grass type moves, electric. I could use the Never Melt Ice to give its Ice Spinner more power, but I don't know. No, Shell Bell to keep restoring HP, maybe. Maybe even a Life Orb, but maybe not. Oh, Muscle Band. We continue having... Yeah, that might be good. Or something that boosts defense, because I could use something like a White Herb, but if I'm not going to use it competitively, then it's going to be consumed upon use immediately, just like berries. But yeah, something that makes up for close combat's defense loss, because we have close combat with Kishi. Or Expert Belt. Not like Plate Life or Power Herb. Not this one. Focus Sash. Oh yeah. Come to think of it, one of these... that Ogre Clan member, those are the Ogre Clan members, they must have had a held item for them to make the weather last longer. One of these. Wow, I have a lot of heat rocks. I should sell a few of those. I finally went and sold all the grass terra shards that I got from Wo Chain raids. I didn't realize, I mean, or I didn't think of it, that yes, you can sell them and they can give you good money. So this is why I have over 500,000 Poké Dollars right now. We're still gonna need more. Mostly I was thinking these sorts of items will be the things that need them, but there were other things I just can't remember right now. On the whole chance of way to terrain places for longer than usual. Choice Scarf. Power Bracer. Well, I'll give it a shell. No. I'm actually not sure. I'll give Kishi a Never Melt Ice, and that can just be changed at some other point. It's just good to give it something. It doesn't need to be that serious. As I said, it's not competitive minded, but I mean, yeah, mostly I have things that boost the power of their moves. They're not competitively viable. Like, even not against players. There's such a thing as being casual competitive. This is why I want to find another word that's not competitive, but you know, where you have your Pokemon are gonna be level scaled down to 50 or something like that, where you won't be able to use items. You have rules like that. It's a lot of fun, but I play casually, as I said. Mostly battle facilities, especially when you have past characters come back. What do we get here? Acid spray? Okay. Let's fly then, before I get distracted by more items. There's something here in Oni Mountain, they said. Is this still within Oni Mountain? This is more like the Infernal Pass. Crystal Pool. The northwest of Oni Mountain, they said. Now, you know what? I'm gonna see if there's another location. Let me actually take a look at that website. A guide in, what was it? Game 8. Yeah. I'm so looking forward to Legend C8. Speaking of grass ghost types, because I'm probably, well, there will be more than just Pokemon introduced in Gen 6, of course, but I'm probably gonna prioritize those, as I tend to prioritize types, not types, Pokemon that got introduced in a gen. Give me a second, I just accidentally clicked an ad and it opened another app on my phone, and that's freaking me out. Uh-oh. What are you doing? What are you doing? What just happened? What just happened? What just happened? Okay. Jeez. That is not good. But anyway, where can we find the bloody thing? Teacup, teacup. Ah, I can see the location. Yeah. In a cave on the northwest side of Oni Mountain. Seems like it's here. I may have to reach it from within here, but let's fly. It says Infernal Pass, so it may not technically be the same area anymore. Is Infernal Pass in Oni Mountain? Or no, it's already a different area. But no, it is within the same area. A sub-area of the area. There you go. Wow, which Pokemon did that noise? That's not a Weezing that does that. That was the Chingling there, I think. And I don't think we've caught one of those. Or have we? I can't remember. I was like coughing. Ooh, Yanmega. Normal Terra type. Terra Orbis Charge. Oh, that's great. Is it because I interacted with the thing? I didn't know it did that. Or if I did, I forgot. That's good then. Okay, I like that. I like that. We don't have to go to a Pokemon Center every time. There's only one Pokemon Center in all of Kitakami. Comet Shard, nice. Yeah, I haven't done the Chinpao raids enough. They are a great source of so many rewards. I will try when I do it to have an ice sandwich. Ice sandwich sounds funny, but you know, raid power ice, a sandwich that has that. Ideally, I just buy it from a store and I don't make it because it can be kind of a pain. So okay, I haven't even caught a Slugma. Might as well make it one with a special tear type. Oh shoot, we need to change. We need to switch out. Okay, this is one of the perfect times for Spectre, although that's a ground tear type, I think. I can easily see it with a Mud Slap or something. No, let's change to Khaiden. A mod, well, a ground move for sure. I mean, it becomes Macargo, Rock, Fire type. Double weakness to ground, but ironically, I think it can learn quite a few ground moves, as a lot of Rock types tend to. Well, okay, that smoke screen is gonna make it more difficult. Did you see that frame drop there? That was the game. I'm almost certain that was the game. Hopefully it was that, not my capture card or something, but anyway. Let's see. Okay, we hit the Thunder Wave. Ah, no way, we still need to weaken it, right? Yeah, what I'm afraid is like making it faint. You can't make it faint before it loses the Terra, right? I think. But yeah. Definitely not doing any more damage. Let's try a Pokeball. Level 69, very nice. I just noticed the level. Yay. Nice indeed. Gotcha. Pokemon Ghetto. How are we doing with the Pokedex? 150 is what we needed to reach for that, like, Hisui photographer. It said that in ancient times, when volcanoes were more active, there were many more Slugma than there are now. Also, yeah, level 69 and all that, but don't think I ever miss the fact that you can make a very easy-ish joke with the name Slugma. Whoops. Have I caught a Chainlink? Maybe this is my opportunity to get one. There we go. Alright, I think we can try with Machai. Stance 4. But we're here to get the item for its evolution. And we'll get its signature move as well, which is an even better Giga Drain, so yeah. What did Entrainment do? Oh, wait. I acquired Levitate? Okay, I mean... yeah. Okay. I doubt it's gonna do a ground move on me, but... A Ghost type with Levitate just makes a lot of sense, right? Especially, seeing Machai, right? It's floating above the ground. It just makes sense, right? Alright. Pokeboru. Monster Boru. Go! I think we can keep trying with Pokeballs. That's okay. Machai, you can fall asleep. Yeah, and in case you're wondering if I have a nickname already in mind for Sinistee Poltegeist, I do. It's just Earl Grey. Earl Grey. Just like that. But then I guess if I have another Poltegeist that's meant to have a different nickname, I don't have something, but it would probably be Darjeeling, Assam, what else? You know, those are varieties of black tea. Yorkshire, although it's meant to be Yorkshire Gold, but just Yorkshire on its own is more like about the place than the tea, but it might work. There's a tea called Asamiya Black that I got from a great place specifically for tea. A great website. That was a while ago. It's not as I think that variety is not as common places like Assam, Darjeeling. What was the name of the other one? Ceylon Black. Though Ceylon is how Sri Lanka used to be known as well, but I guess I've used that as a name, right? We have no shortage of nicknames for Poltegeist. For an army of Poltegeist. But Qingling emits high-frequency cries that people can't hear. Once it starts, it can cry for an awfully long time. And Chime Echo. I think I was mispronouncing the hell out of Chime Echo. Didn't realize. Oh yeah, okay. It's like the word chime and echo. It makes sense, but Only until I saw a clip out of just randomly. There's a lot of the anime I haven't seen. But I saw a clip randomly of just James, because he had a chime echo, I think, in the whole arcs, or at some point in the anime. Just saying, hey, chime echo, stop doing that, or I don't remember what he said, but... Oh, yes, chime echo, okay, now the name makes sense. I think I was saying Kimiko, or... Yeah, I wasn't saying chime, I was saying Kaim, or Kimiko. Things like that. Oh, hello, Dusko. My dear ghost types, we gotta keep it going, but we should switch it away from matcha. It's just, man, Tajigen is so over-leveled now at 91. I wanna kind of stop with that. Well, we're not gonna do a full swipe here, so let's at least have the paralysis. Okay, it's nighttime. Great time for these dust skulls to show up. How do you get dust noir, you know? Oh, curse! We're gonna have to switch out at some point. Just let's do the thunder wave here that we can do, and yeah, curse. I should consider giving that to Machai or somebody else. Such a powerful move. So good in an emergency as well. Perish song is similar. If I ever do stream Pokemon Stadium and we only do rentals, which is the most likely scenario, especially if I'm playing, you know, the Switch version, I mean, the one on Switch Online, then there's a Lapras that always has... Oh yeah, we gotta be careful because it could like it could also knock itself out with a curse, I think. So yeah, Future Sight, okay. It's gonna be immune to Future Sight, right? Because it remains a psychic type attack. Okay, let's try a Great Ball, why not? Great Ball. It's probably a different name in Japanese, but anyway. Ah, nice. Gotcha! Critical Pokemon Getto. But yeah, what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. Duskull's victims suffer an intense chill as the Pokemon siphons their life force away, glaring at them with its bright red eye all the while. Requiem Pokemon. Oh yeah, there's a Lapras that has Perish Song, and like, that's a guaranteed way to beat some tough fights in that game. The Mewtwo fights, and I say the fights because there's like two versions of that. Both of them, yeah, Lapras comes in clutch on that one. Really allows it to beat Mewtwo. Ah man, I just want them to release more of the old games and also connect with a version of Stadium somehow, and that would be great. And then, yeah. What they did with the 3DS, the Virtual Console releases of Gen 1 and Gen 2 games with complete compatibility with the Pokemon Bank. Let's do that again with compatibility for Pokemon Home directly. Okay, the cave I'm looking for... Let me see if I can find my way to it. I'm thinking there's an entrance down here, but there isn't. Yeah, because I think I have to enter the cave from somewhere. Where I marked on the map, the location I marked on the map. Yeah, that place. I mean, there's like a body of water there. Maybe. Let me see. I love Chingling's cry. I love the sound it makes. Okay, what is this water I see here supposedly? Okay, maybe I can indeed come down here. Whoa, that's a Lotad? That's the first time I actually find Lotads. It's like Ludicolo was a big Pokemon introduced here. Hello. Is that a member of the Kitakami Ogre clan back there too? Alright. Because I've seen Lombres. We saw some trainers with Ludicolo and stuff. Let's switch to Tajigen. I need to put Tajigen back in the lead. Oh, we're dropping frames here though. I think all the water is like too rough on the game. But it's in-game frames, I mean, not stream frames. Well, it's not that too. As long as it doesn't, you know, also make things tougher for my capture card. It's like that thing sometimes where like, if you listen to very loud audio with headphones, or audio that just cracks, gets all crackly, or whatever, even if you have it at a low volume because the audio is just set to be that way, it can damage the headphones themselves, right? I don't know, maybe it doesn't work like that. Technologies are not like that anymore, or neverwhere. Look at how slow it is. It's so laggy in here. Let's get out of here as soon as we can. Oh my god. This is terrible. And I thought Tactory Thicket was worse than this. Okay, nice. Critical! Gotcha! Pokemon Ghetto. Love the low-tide evolutionary line. Ludicolo. Oh yeah, I was saying earlier, yeah, for Legend CA, yeah, I'll focus on Pokemon maybe. And that's a maybe, because there will be Mega Evolutions, new ones and old ones too, that are not from Pokemon that got introduced in Gen 6, right? But I'll probably prioritize Pokemon that were in Gen 6. And one of them will be Pumpkaboo or Geist. I must go for that one. If there's any Pokemon that I'm gonna try to shiny hunt, it would be that one, because I will, you know, the shiny version of that is a purple version of it. A purple pumpkin? Are you kidding me? Of course I want to have that. Low-tide will gather in lakes that have good water quality. The surfaces of these lakes sometimes become covered in low-tide leaves. And yeah, every time I think of Ludicolo, I just think of Mirror Beast theme from Pokemon Colosseum. Bam, bam. Yeah, I caught a Lombre. There we go. I just need to give a Leaf Stone to Lombre, and I think it turns into Ludicolo. I think that's the evolution requirement. Now, they said there's a cave I'm supposed to get to get the item. There's no cave around here, nor any item that seems notable, but, well, another member of the Ogre clan. I'll have to see if I can find the thing, but first, we gotta have this battle. Okay, I'll keep Machai front and center. I can't remember what the first member of the Ogre clan did, but it might have been Sandstorm, but okay. We've seen a water-type expert, or a rain user. The last one was a sun user. Fire and grass, mostly grass. Oh, you know they had a solar beam in there somewhere. And we're even buffing themselves with Swords Dance and... Oh, yeah. Well, if Shifter was using Swords Dance, then it was probably not going to use a solar beam. If it remains at physical attacks. But anyway, let's see. This is Sandstorm, this is Snow. Let's see. I'm Kunitsuna of the Kitakami Ogre Clan. Smash and splinter against my glacial strength. This tells you everything. This is gonna be a snowstorm, alright. I can easily see an Aboma Snow being the first Pokemon that is about to be taken out, because it has the ability where it automatically becomes a Blizzard. There's others that have it, a little Ninetales maybe. Let's see. There's others I don't remember, let's see. Carbink. That surprises me. That is not at all what I expected. Okay. What? I was thinking it was gonna be an Ice type right away. Okay, well. Grass can be great here. Ah, Stealth Rock strategy. That will make things complicated for sure. Nobody has Rapid Spin or anything in my team. Perhaps I should invest in that by now. Who in my team could do Rapid Spin maybe? My main team. Moonblast. Okay, yeah, a lot of damage. And yeah, the signature move of Polchagai, Sinischa, Machagacha, I believe was the name. It's an even better Giga Drain than Giga Drain is, I think. I'm going to risk it. Let's try this again. As long as Moonblast does the damage it did last time, yes, we're safe. I've had Machai Fame too many times. I hate it. Like my dear companion, new to the party and everything. Yeah, good crit. Good crit. But we should switch out here, I think. I used to pronounce that Pokemon's name as Carbink. Here comes a Frostlass. Yeah, it's gotta be Spectre here. What should we do? Do we want to do a Ghost move or a Fire move? Depends on who moves first, I guess. Oh yeah, Stealth Rock. We don't want to switch out a lot if we can help it. Then we should do Bitter Blade for the health drain. All those Pokemon are so fast. Maybe I should try a Quick Claw or something. Equip that to someone. Special defense falling is not good though, but alright. Go for the Bitter Blade. Beautiful. I was hoping for more damage. It's not using a Focus Sash, is it? It is. Makes sense to me. But Bitter Blade's health recovery, not as much as I hoped it would be. Another Shadow Ball. Let's see what it does. Yeah, because otherwise I could have Terrestrialized to the normal type. Maybe I should have done that in the first place, but I shouldn't do it at this point. Okay. Okay, went for the Snowstorm. Makes sense. I don't have any Pokemon that do anything for the weather. I don't think I'm gonna do any of that yet. Or terrain. Somebody used a terrain, was it? One of the Ogre clan members, maybe? I'm not sure. Golem. Alright. Definitely different. This might be a lowland golem, but... I mean, even if it's a lowland golem, I still have super effective damage. From water to rock. Let's see what you got. Yeah. What are you doing with those rock types, I wonder? What exactly is going on with them? Let's try... Yeah, let's be on the safe side. Let's try Aqua Jet. Aqua Jetto. Okay, now I'm regretting doing that. Should I try Aqua Step maybe? Earthquake. That's a lot of damage. Time for another Aqua Jet then. Aqua Jetto! There's gotta be some strategy to both rock and ice types, or maybe the fact that they can be kind of related at times. I'm thinking of that sword and shield thing where... Okay, so water is still super effective against Mammoth Swine. What else is still super effective against it? Fire is, I guess. I could also terrestrialize here, and then a ground move. I mean, it will still do a lot of damage, but yeah. Tajigen is definitely not the right Pokemon for this. You know what? I think Ichimonji is actually a very good idea here. Just, I'm not sure if I should terrestrialize. So, Bug, I think, resists ground. If I terrestrialize to fire, I also have super effective damage. But then a ground move will be super effective. Oh, yes, and then Stealth Rock. I'm gonna risk it. Let's see how we do. Ichimonji! Henshin! Raida! Henshin! To! Henshin! To! He actually doesn't say Rider Henshin, he just says Henshin. The one that says Rider Henshin is Takeshi Hongo. Right, it made sense that it had a rock move. That was gonna be super effective either way. Go for the Terra Blast! Ichimonji! Wow, I was hoping for more damage than that. Thought it would at least be more, but beautiful crit. And that was a crit! That's not good. But alright, I think perhaps it will be time for Kishi. We should try maybe close combat with Kishi, but Aqua Jet would be guaranteed to go first. Yeah, we just have to try with the Terra Blast again, but... Yeah. Then Earthquake has Stab as well. Did you tough it out so I wouldn't feel sad? Oh, my dear Ichimonji. But then it says it's in a bit of a pinch, it looks like it might cry. Then I feel bad when they faint. You know what I can do though? I can switch to Tajigen. I know it's gonna go for a ground loop, so Tajigen will not be hit by that. However, an ice move is gonna be lethal. And Stealth Rock will come into play, but okay, damn it. When they say that damn message, I don't want them to faint if I can help it. But okay, let's see. Ooh, win for that. Yeah, that's the risk we took here. Now Tajigen is the one crying. Enough with the crying. I'm sorry, my friend, I loved you. Toughed it out so you wouldn't feel sad. But then, in a bit of a pinch, it looks like it might cry. Stop saying that, Game Freak! Stop doing that to my game. There we go. I still made it. Of course, we have to recover right away. Kunitsuna. I gotta see what the meaning of Kunitsuna is. So, you have defeated a trainer of the Kitakami Ogre Clan. But you see how challenging the battles are? I made them a lot of fun too. Okay, let's make sure we put Tajigen on the lead just in case. That little rock ruff there. Masquerain. They're gonna be annoying me a little bit. I mean, have I caught a Masquerain? I'm pretty sure I have a rock ruff already, but I would have run away from the battle. That's okay. I give the battle everything that I had in me. I have no regrets. If it's about 4 of them, something tells me it's 4 of them. Maybe not. But I might have beaten every member of the Ogre Clan by now. I don't know, but I'm not gonna check. Now I think I want to check where this cave is supposed to be, but before doing that, let me just take a quick bio break. Being AFK for a bit here. I won't bother with that item I saw there. Just let me maybe... Hold on. Let me kind of climb to the peak here. I'm gonna see if I can find another one, so I don't have to grind it out too much in Ogre Ousting, but as soon as we get that, I'm gonna see what I can do to find the legendary somewhere. Yeah, it's gonna be all about thunder waves, stun spores on them, maybe false swipes. We want to avoid fainting them, we want to catch them. Ultra balls left and right. Very well. We will be right back, Tajigen, alright? Stay tuned. Omatase shimashita. Thank you for waiting, Tajigen. Yeah. I think I'm gonna look that up even further to see where you find this cave I'm supposed to be looking for that has the item for the evolution I want at last. Because I have to think that it's gotta be a very high reward. There was a thing with Carmine did over 65,000 points in Ogre Ousting. And well, one of her signature Pokemon is this very same Pokemon. I think she'll keep using it in Blueberry. So she got the evolution of that. Maybe that's where she got it from. Maybe not. Because this is her home region. She would know the ins and outs of it. But where can I find that? In a cave on the northwest side of Oni Mountain. Possible reward in Ogre Ousting minigame. Oh yeah, and all the mochis you get. I think just all Pokemon available in Kitakami. It's not saying any more about the guide. Difficulty hard. Okay, let me maybe find that somewhere else. Somebody said maybe medium difficulty on Ogre Ousting. Okay, you know what? Let's have fun with it at least, and then if that's not enough, then I'll look it up even further, but I didn't want to do Ogre Ousting at some point in the game, so... I'm not mispronouncing it, am I? It's Ousting. Not Austin, or... Sounds like I'm saying the name Austin. But no. Ogre Ousting. You're ousting the ogre. Okay, I'm gonna stop, but yeah. Then I say the ogre. Almost sounds like I'm saying yogurt. No, but no matter the accent, I think English can be a funky thing, huh? Oh, this song is cute. I forgot how cute this song is. And, you can play with others. I didn't even know that. Interesting. But I'll play alone again. Oh, what do I need to do to unlock this? Well, okay, it will be more of a grind, maybe, than I thought. Let's do our best. I have a better idea of how this game works now. It just gets very laggy. That's how it got last time, I think. It's gotta run so much better on the Switch 2. It's got to be more fun on the Switch 2, probably. But I'm not getting that anytime soon. First, we need to get that budget for PC upgrades. And guess what? Some budget might be used next month because Sonic Racing Cross Worlds comes out. I really want to get it as soon as possible. And really get the DLC as soon as possible as well because I'll want to get the DLC. Okay, let's not get too many extra ones. The problem is when the hungry Pokemon start coming in. But okay, let's... I am getting a few extra colors here. Extra ones, I mean, of the colors that I already have, because I may lose some to Pokemon. It's just balancing all that, right? That makes it difficult. They take a while to reach the things here. But the way it gets laggy, it really sucks. This makes it less fun. So much less fun. Okay, the greedy school of it is gone. It's kind of close, but alright. There's just so much grass, right? There may even be some water nearby, and that's what messes it up. 5, 5, 5, 5. Interstellar for 5. Daft Punk in here. That's what it reminds me of. It's 4 5s like that, you know? We need a few more of these. Okay. Yes, let's plop them in here already. Just as long as I don't need to get like an extremely high score, that's all I need. That will be enough. Where can I find more green ones? There's a few there, but it's not gonna be enough of them. I need more. Greedy Greedent. I just love that. A Greedy Greedent. Well, yeah, it's in the name. It's called a Greedent for a reason, I guess. All the apricot berries I need. I guess that was for a recipe or something. For a TM, I mean. Just gotta remember where the tables are too. But yeah, like this really needs my focus. Yeah, more greedy Pokemon were appearing. A greedy Greedent. Now you understand perfectly, right? Why they're called that way. 7887. Oh, I think I missed one of them because I went too soon for them. I don't know. Yeah, there's a limit to how many you can carry, right? So you don't want to just pick everything up either. You have to be kind of strategic about it. More than kind of. Very strategic, I would say. Because otherwise, yeah, we just hoard them. And then not drop them into the tables because, you know, it's just gonna invite greedy Pokemon to steal them. And that would be bad. But no, I do need to drop them off as much as I can. But alright. All the apricot berries you need. Oh no, wait. It's not for the TM. It is for the game itself. For some reason, I felt like it was for TMs or something. I forget that I'm actually collecting berries. I just keep thinking of them as balloons or a token for the game. You know, the mini game, I mean. No, it's these. Ah, but I hate the lag. It makes it feel so... Eh. Okay. How well did we do? Yeah, by the way, I've had the screenshot of this as my wallpaper the entire week. Now I have a new version of the screenshot. What did we get? Tiny mushroom, very nice. Yeah, the Terra shards are nice. Those mochis, we shouldn't sleep on them either. So, okay. If I do keep playing... What? What do I need to do to unlock normal difficulty? What do I need to do for that? I need a better high score or something. What was the score that Carmine got that last time? Let's see. You see how grindy it may be. That's the problem. Wait. Like, I got through all the easy stages, right? Commemorate first and clearing that difficulty level. Okay, surely it's gotta be in medium now, right? Air balloon. Nice. I think it's a thing that prevents ground moves from reaching you. At least until you get a hit and then the air balloon pops. Yeah. Good for a Magnezone, for example. Did a mighty fine job out there. I bet you'll be able to handle the normal stages now. Yeah, gotta try that out. Let's save the game to be on the safe side. At some point, yeah, I gotta try hard difficulty and all that. As long as I don't have to clear everything in the normal stage, I was already feeling sweaty on the easy difficulty there, so... How will we feel on normal difficulty? It's gotta be, you know, the greedy Pokemon are more numerous, they get there faster. When you have an excess of berries, it helps so that they can still, you know, steal a few of them. They can still steal a few. That pun was unintended. You can still get away with them stealing a few while you're on your way to get more and all that. But the limits of your bag that carries them. Whoa, okay. This area might get more laggy because of all the dust particles, but then it may be less laggy because there's not as much grass. 2 of each except green, which requires 4. Okay, that's gonna be difficult. Where the blazes are the balloons? Ah, no. Let's not crash into that. Ideally. Did we get everything needed? I need one more green... Oh, no. No, wait. One more green balloon! Balloons are what I keep calling them. I mean, yeah, they are balloons pretty much, right? Okay. You don't want to crash into them because it doesn't let you place the berries at first if you crash into the thing. Okay. We gotta start here for sure. Yeah, you don't want to let up. While it prepares the next stage, get going immediately because, yeah. Because it... How many? 5 green ones. I need one more. Green. As long as you're not a greedy Greedent. Give me all the GRs. I'll roll the Rs to make it fancier. Oh, yes. Where's the table again? You can check on the minimap, but yeah, I'd rather not have to take a moment for the map. I see that it says Y return to berry tables. I forgot what happens when you actually press that. I don't think it actually just teleports you to them. Yeah, greedy didn't appear for a moment there. Okay. Let's maybe go over here. They'll change the layout, of course, but let's see how it changes. Okay. 8877. Let's collect these trios here. A decent start so far. We will need way more than this. I need one more blue one. I think I have enough of the gray ones. Like, I really gotta lock in for these. Yeah, that's the problem. Problem. You gotta be strategic, as I said. You leave the ones. If you see that there's red nearby, let's not collect any red, right? Let's just... Well, I collected them, but... Yeah. Need more green. Before the greedy greedens come here. So many GR words, so many alliterations as well. If there's a shiny greedent and shiny greedent is green, then we can say it's a green greedy greedent. Okay. Stage 4. Oh geez, I need a better start than this. Okay. 10, 11, 9, 10. Oh yeah, let's get all the blue ones here. Yeah, when I have to do that spin, when I stop in place with Khaiden, we want to avoid that. This is gonna hit differently when I do it with Khaiden one day, I hope. One day, because, you know, I want to play Scarlet as well. I'm the kind of maniac that wants to play every possible Pokemon game. Even for the earlier ones that don't have that many version differences between the two versions. Is the opportunity to do a different party? Do some other different things in the gameplay, you know? Green and gray. There's a lot of gray here. I don't see enough green though, but collecting some extra ones will be good because greedy little squirrels and other Pokemon here are gonna show up. Green. I don't see enough green. There's one over there. Some over there, I mean. We're relatively close to the tables, but yeah. And then the time limit as well. That's something to keep in mind. I'm surprised no other greedy Pokemon showed up. Whoa, I got lucky. I think I got lucky there. At the end of that round. Okay. This is normal difficulty, huh? Woo, okay, this has got to be the last stage, surely? Maybe not. There's a lot of gray we need here. Okay, I'll collect these here first. And I have had a nice amount of time left. Maybe I should focus on like one color at a time. Well, too late for that, I say. Okay, back to the table. So we weren't that far away from them here. That's good. It's fun though, but it's also very clutch. You know what it reminds me of, funny enough? A Stardew Valley. It's fun, chill too. Even this can be chill in a way, but at the same time, it's not. You can't blink, you can't breathe, so to speak. Let's drop these things at the table, and where are the greedy Pokemon here? How far away are you from my precious berries? I can't see them. I see you. Away with you! Do they just go away completely? I think it's just a temporary thing, right? Okay, this is gonna be... Yeah, this is tough now. We can't let up. Then we need it also... I'm getting sweaty. Hold on. Let's get everything we need. Roar at the bastards. Away with you, screw of it! Yeah, it's getting difficult now. I mean, as long as I get the reward I'm looking for, that's all I need. But where's the greedy Pokemon here? Red. I'm not even gonna worry about the Pokemon now. Time limit. No, it was blue! Ah, okay. That's the end of it. That's the end of the run. As long as I get the thing I wanted. Ugh. Oh, even they didn't get to collect their thing. All right. More screenshots here. I never saw any munchlax. We only got squalid and greedent. Over 9,000! Nice. Nice. What is not nice is that I didn't get the thing I was looking for. Yeah, I told you, it's a grind. It's a huge grind. So, okay. Okay. Let me see, because this is starting to take way too long. Where the hell do I find a bloody unremarkable bloody teacup? But yeah, I think you have to be lucky. Okay, the small caves on the climb between Paradise Barrens and Infernal Pass. Right. The small caves on the climb between Paradise Barrens and Infernal Pass. Otherwise, this is fun, you know? It's just that, it gets clutch and all that. Yeah, once we clear all the normal stages, that might have been literally the last stage. We weren't that far away from it. That was like super close. Talk about a clutch. Once we clear those, the hard difficulty opens up. It is most likely all RNG. Thank you, Mist. Also, since we're here, did we get a chance to like buy the masks around here? Because I could go further in Bulbapedia and look it up and see the page for it. Oh, speaking of items, what do we have here? Yeah, they just sell food. Now the actual... There we go. The actual mask bender is here at last. How much are they? I thought they would be more expensive. Well, I'm gonna buy every single one of them. I guess I'll be wearing them at some point, but... Yeah, I'm not gonna put them on right now. Oh, I love this mask, though. It would fit so well with the green Jinbei. Monkey Dori. It's just how they made it look like Sentai heroes. So clever. It's far from what the actual three wear, but the design is fun. Oh, the Eevee mask, nice. Pikachu. Okay. Then what is this? Whoa! Whoa! What the heck are these things? Okay. Interesting. Eevee joke glasses. I kind of want to buy all of them. Yeah. Clefairy, let's see Clefairy. that's funny indeed. Joke indeed. Jigglypuff. Oh, that's cute. I was almost expecting a reference to the anime with Jigglypuff just vandalizing everyone's faces when they fall asleep to its music. I doubt I'll actually be using any of these, but you never know. Oh, and then more cases here. Well, obviously I gotta get this one. I'm still not gonna use it probably, but just in case. Terra Grass, Terra Water, Terra Fire. Ah. Yeah, also for the trio here. We're gonna seek that trio. But okay. We'll leave it at this. I gotta see if they have a Terra Ice Raid Power meal here. For when I hopefully find the time for Chen Pao. Alright, the damn thing I was looking for. Also, how are we doing with the Kitakami Pokedex? 108. Yeah, it was still far away from the 150 we wanted. We'll see if we're able to do it today. We'll see. I did want to do some more of it off stream. I ended up focusing more on just going back to Paldea and going for his Pokedex still. We can always go back to Kitakami in a future stream because when we finally finish everything, unless Legend ZA has already come out, maybe. I didn't want to have yet another extra stream, just tying up some other loose ends, maybe completing the Pokedex, so that I can at least do something with the Team Star stuff, you know? I think maybe for the Mochi Mayhem thing, I'll already have that available, so we can do it with that. To at least have a stream in which I'm doing things with that bloody outfit, because why the hell do you have to get that far to finally get something from Team Star? For you to wear, I mean. Before I forget. So it is around Oni Mountain there, but I have a more specific location. I think maybe that's a cave entrance right there. I'm gonna try to get there. Paradise Barrens. What makes this a paradise? Does this look like a paradise to you? If you're a ground Pokemon, maybe. Right, well, we went into this cave. I don't think it's this one, because... No way, is it this one? Oh my god, are you serious? It was under my nose the entire time. It's right next to the bloody flight location. Okay, well, alright. As I said, we were gonna do ogre ousting one way or another. It's the... it got me distracted. There's just so much to do. Alright then. Alright then. Get away from me, Bombardier. It's time for the evolution I've been looking for so long now. Oh, no, no, no. Don't let the unremarkable part of the name fool you. This is a very remarkable Pokemon. An absolute superstar. Modeled after Matcha. Grass Ghost type. We have so many Grass Ghost or Ghost Grass Pokemon. It's funny. But anyway. I've been looking forward to this. Let's go. Evolution! Ah, looking so much better. Sinistcha. I needed you to be Sinistcha so badly. I need to get some matcha. I haven't had some in a while. It prefers cool, dark places such as the back of a shelf or the space beneath a home's floorboards. It wanders in search of prey after sunset. Ew. They're not saying anything about drinking the matcha. For Sinistcha, they say it. Sinistcha and or Poltegeist. Of course, we're gonna learn Matcha Gotcha. It has to replace Giga Drain because the user fires a blast of tea that it mixed. The user's HP is restored by up to half the damage taken by the target. Like, it's a Giga Drain, but then also it may inflict a burn. That's what's crazy about it. Yeah. Only this Pokemon line can learn the move, though. I think. Well, maybe some legendary somewhere. Maybe Mew, I don't know. Not counting Mimic, you know. And there we are at last. I want to keep it in the lead of the party. Now, how do we catch the Three Stooges now? I'm gonna look it up as well. Though you're free to tell me in the chat, Tajigen. Don't think you don't have to tell me. Don't think you can tell me. But yeah, thank you to that person that said it's right there. It was staring me right there all the time. But okay. Loyal 3, how to catch. How do I fight them again? You must first complete the main story of the DLC. When they say that, do they mean the entire Area Zero DLC or do they mean just the Teal Mask? Because it might be. But yeah, level 70. They were already level 70 before that, right? But yeah, I mean... Okay. The same locations where you battle them as Titans. So, one of them was here, Okidogi. It's not gonna be as big as before, right? Only Teal Mask? Okay, then they should be here somewhere. It's just not gonna mark it on the map anymore, but yeah, like, it was here. Maybe not. Where was it exactly? Let's see. It makes perfect sense. I don't know. It didn't seem like they were here, but I don't think I actually came back here as I should have. Let's make sure we save the game. What types were they? Okidogi, I never quite got its typing. I gotta keep Matcha in the lead though. I'll try Stun Spore. Poison will be neutral against it, but it's also why I'm concerned about the other typing. Was it Dark? Was it Fighting? I don't see Okidogi here. Yeah, I figured there was an item here. Body Press. I see you, my friend. I see it. Alright. Yeah, let's see if we can keep catching others. Oh, I don't have a Morpeko yet. Gotta be careful though, we could get a dark move on Matcha. The stats are better though. We are now fully evolved, oh yes. Yeah, Matcha Gotcha. Okay, well. That Aura Wheel would have been electric right now, it would have been resisted. The other Aura Wheel... Oh, it doesn't affect the one Morpeko. Okay. Didn't quite get how that worked, did I? We should switch to Khaiden. I could go for Spectre for a false swipe, but then a Dark Aura Wheel might hit too super effectively. It's gonna be a hard dash, I think. But yeah, we gotta try this. Okay, Bullet Seed will definitely do a lot of damage here. Here it does pay off to have the level difference, right? We'll definitely need the level difference against the Three Stooges. Sorry, I'm just gonna keep calling them that. They are kinda cool, in a way. Hyper Boru, you game. Yeah, perhaps I should try that full swipe. Who was it? Yeah, I think I had Toad's Cruel with a Sleep Powder or a Spore. Electric type, so it can be paralyzed. Yeah, because I know you can use a Thunder Wave with it, but Stun Spore surprised me. I thought Stun Spore was like the grass type version of a Thunder Wave. So you can paralyze an electric type, because it's not an electric type move. The paralysis itself is not the problem, but maybe it is. Who knows? I mean, let me try something. It's dark type right now, right? Okay. Yeah, I was curious if maybe it affected it now because it became dark type with the change there. Let's play it safe. I'm gonna go... Well, I was gonna heal Tajigen, but... Play it safe, but also not so safe. But at least if it does Aura Wheel right now, it won't be dark type. Might have another move that's dark type, but... Let's try Spectre. I need that false swipe. The thing about Morpeko is that... Yeah, crunch. Oh, well done avoiding that, Spectre. Yeah, the thing about Morpeko is that it is a fully evolved Pokemon, so... In a way, so, you know, that does play a part. Here we go. You got the Spectre, you got this. Yeah, because it's gonna have faster speed already. We want to switch out to someone. Might be an ability, never mind. It might be an ability though. Is it? I'm not sure. It might be. But no, wait, no. The ability is... It is always just an electric and a dark type. I could have sworn we had a battle against it that proved otherwise, but I don't know. Right. So... We should switch to Ichimonji, I think. It's all the damage everybody's gonna receive that worries me. I guess I could have a more varied party. Yeah, actually, it might be good to bring some different Pokemon to the boss fight we're about to have here. Best to save if I make it faint instead of... or it makes itself faint if it uses something that makes it faint. I still have another chance, but I probably have to wait. Like, it's best just to reload. There we go. Thank goodness for that. Critical catch! Gotcha. Pokemon Ghetto. Yes. Let's have everybody recover. I just remember the types of... The types of this Okie Dokie. Yeah, Fesandipity is poison flying. Or flying poison. Whatever. If I'm not getting the order right, that's okay. Yeah, it has a small stomach. If it isn't consistently eating the seeds it keeps in its pockets, it will get hungry immediately. And then the other one was water poison, maybe? Or was it poison dark? No. It's not dark because... I can't remember. There was something else. One battle we had with Ogerpon that confirmed this typing. No, it's psychic poison. The Monkey Dori, is psychic poison, I think. Yeah. Okay. But yeah. I think I'm gonna try this setup. Let's try Machai first. But our friend over here, Okidogi, I can't remember if it's a fighting poison type or a dark poison type. I feel like it could be either one. Let's save the game again, just in case we have to reload it. We don't have to move that far away. From that far away, I mean. Another Pokemon might just charge at me and interfere. Let's do this now. Exam. Hello again, my friend. The scarf is really cool, though. Or the scarf-like thing. Griffic. Yes. Let's do this one more time, shall we? Maybe I should have brought Ogerpon to these fights. Have them use a mask that's good for this. Yeah. Matcha Gacha not very effective because it's a poison type. Shadow Ball being effective tells me that it's not a dark type. Let's go for that Stun Spore. Or wait, would it be unaffected by that? You know what I should bring to these? I should bring a poison type because then it's gonna avoid being poisoned. Or a steel type. I have Tinkaton. Revavroom is both poison and steel, so maybe that's what we should go for. So, yeah. Oh, this part of the music I forgot. Should I go for Matcha Gacha? I don't think Shadow Ball is gonna make it faint, but let's see. You can always reload. Okay. Or let's always false swipe with Spectre. Matcha Gacha! First time we use it, and it's gonna be resisted, but it's part of the plan. It's all part of Keikaku. Keikaku Dori. Look at that. Paralysis. Nice. We're mostly having it for catching purposes, but of course it's gonna help in battle. Right. Here comes the truly difficult part. Yeah, we got it to red health. It's still poison. That's wonderful, but... See, this is why bringing a poison / steel type, one or the other, or both, will be a good idea, so... I'll do it for the next fight. Whether it's re-attempting Okidogi or one of the other stooges. I can't quite say the word stooges right. The Three Stooges. This song though, this cute song. Let's switch out Machai or use a full restore maybe. Who would resist poison here the most? Spectre would resist it. I mean, it could get poisoned, but I mean, it would resist a poison move. Given that Machai is also grass type, which takes super effective damage from poison, it's just neutral damage, right? So let's resist it. Let's resist it. Ah, but not that! Damn it, that was a bad one. Okay. Ah, that's not good either. Okay, yeah. Let's bring poison and steel types into this whole thing. Let's do that. Steel is fully immune to it, right? So Tinkaton, it has a fairy type, but it doesn't neutralize it because steel just resists it completely. My dear Spectre, hang in there, okay? We're gonna try this. Urutura Boru. Hyper Boru. Ultra power. Hyper power. Yeah, I'll see if I can do a full restore here. How many do I have left? It's the time to use one. Yeah, let's do it now. Let's do it now. It's not toxic poison. It's just regular poison, right? 45 full restores. Yeah, let's use them. Let's use them. That's so many of them. Oh, yeah, I'm sure difficult battles are also coming with Indigo Disc and beyond. Oh, is it gonna be with Terapagos? I am so looking forward to the Stellar Terra type and all that. I want to switch to Kishi if it keeps doing that crunch there. So that I have a fighting type that resists that. Poison remains neutral. I mean, it's no different than how it was with Machai in that sense. Superpower. Yeah, you keep doing that. You keep doing that. Okie dokie. And then things will truly be okie dokie for me. I mean, the Three Stooges, I feel like it's a typical case where they start out as ruffians or they were ruffians, but they never were gonna do something as crazy as actually kill people or whatever, but they weren't being nice stealing the masks from Ogrepon like that. But once you catch them, you can redeem them, you can fix them. You can make the bullies just be whimsical, funny characters, right? The typical story of a bully becoming a comic relief character or something like that. They're the affable Three Stooges in that way. So, if I switch to Ichimonji, does Bog resist fire? Well, Dark certainly resists Dark, but Bog doesn't resist fighting, so if it does superpower, that's not good. Yeah, we could have done a better party for this. But we're here already, I'm not gonna, like, finish the game and then reload again. Let's try it like this. There's no Terra type I have here that would help, right? Oh, you know what I remember? Well, no, this wouldn't work. Ishisu's, my Spatra. Ishisu's Terra type is Dark, but it can still do a superpower on me. That would still be bad. Let's just keep trying with Ultra Balls. We're gonna do anything less than an Ultra Ball. I mean, repeat balls, not a repeat, timer balls might come into play here. Yeah, that's gonna be neutral. A lot of damage, We'll use restores, max potions, all of that when needed. Okay, stats falling like that is not gonna do anything for me. Yeah, Revabroom, Tinkaton. Gotta go for those. And I don't know if I have any other poison types. Well, there was a Paldean Whooper that's meant to become Clotsire in the future. Oh, it's raining now? It's not affecting the battle, right? That's kind of funny. Because the rain happened already after the battle started, but you still see it in the battle. But we don't actually get a rain condition. Interesting. I wonder if that would come into play at Legend CA, because the battles are not turn-based there. How was it with Legends Arceus? Could this happen? Yeah, I never did play Legends Arceus, so like Legend CA will be my first time ever playing a Pokemon video game where the battles are gonna be like that. Let's play it safe. Let's use a max. Can I get away with a hyper? Wait, let me calculate this. Let me actually use a calculator. 137 plus 120. Now let's do some max potion. We have 39. Still a good time to be using those. Those supers and hypers will be for recovering health outside of battle. Yeah, the 4 Treasures of Ruin. The regular versions, not the versions we're raiding right now. And the events they're doing. They were tough too, some of them more than others, so we'll see. RNG will always play a part. Yeah, that toxic chain is gonna be a huge problem. That's why steel and poison types will help. Now, I'm assuming the other 2 have different abilities, but what I know for sure is that they all have a poison type. So, one way or another, steel types, poison types, will avoid the worst of that poison, I think. So yeah, steel type here. I think poison resists fighting, so it would be neutral. But yeah, I mean, the steel type that Revavroom would bring here would be bad also because... Let's play it safe here also. We're halfway through the health there, so yeah, I think it's time to use one of these. But yeah, fighting type, the Okidoki's fighting type will be a problem. Revavroom though, Tinkaton, the Serendipity trying to use a flying move on one of them wouldn't go well either. So there's also that. The point is though, I need at some point to give a status condition. A sleep or paralysis, ideally paralysis, because burn, it could make them faint. Poison, that's not gonna happen. They're poison type. You can't poison types. I know that much for sure. What I wasn't sure about was the paralysis on an electric type. Like, from what I understood, Thunder Wave is what you can't do because it's an electric move and an electric type. Try to paralyze them. But the workaround for that is to do something like Body Slam or to do Stun Spore, which is paralysis, but it's, you know, it's a grass type paralysis basically. Ultra Ball. Yeah, out of the Pokemon I have, that's what I would go for. Maybe I will bring Older Bone after all. Let's risk it a little bit. My dear Kishi, if you faint, I apologize, but I gotta push it through. I don't know how many turns it's been, but I might use a Timer Ball soon. Let's try a Timer Ball after this, if this doesn't go through. Well, actually, before we do that, let's do a full restore. That helps also add a lot of turns to this fight so that a Timer Ball also becomes more likely. I don't know what the actual odds are and if it's actually better to use that than an Ultra Ball or something like that, but I mean, might as well try. When should I ever use a Master Ball, Tajigen? As long as it doesn't have spoilers for the story, feel free to tell me in the chat or comments, because I guess I'm saving it for something like a shiny Spiritomb or something. Otherwise, yeah, I'm being super careful not to accidentally use this. Timer Ball though. The more turns that are taken in a battle. I have 46 of these bad boys. Yeah. We may want to use a few of these. Let's say 2 more attempts with it. Or no, I'll do 1 more attempt with it and then back to Ultra Balls, and then depending on how many it takes, another attempt with Timer Balls. I keep calling them repeat balls accidentally. I'm thinking of how many turns repeated. But there we go! Timer Balls, Timer Balls. How many turns was it? I'm not counting them, but it was at least a dozen or so. Okie dokie! Retainer Pokemon Poison Fighting. Okie dokie is a ruffian with a short temper. It can pulverize anything by swinging around the chain on its neck. Oh, more like a chain, I guess. I don't know. It's a cool looking scarf. He has style. It has style. I don't know why I'm saying he. It has style, though. They all have style in their own way. They're like cool punk-like delinquents, too. We can fix them. We can fix them. I can fix them. Oh, yeah, I have a few Pokédex rewards waiting for me. I need to check my boxes because I may be sending them to a box I didn't want them sent to. Let me do that first. I should save the game soon, though. Okay, yeah, this is the right box for them. But I'm gonna check also for switching the party. I should bring maybe Mojang because I could use its rock typing against Serendipity, but we don't want it to faint, right? Who are we gonna do next? Serendipity. Where was it exactly? I'm gonna see if I can remember on my own. Yeah, we'll do Monkey Dory next because I know exactly where it is. A pond on the southwest. But nice, what do we get? A Razor Fang. It raised critical hit chance, I think. Seriously, these rewards need to be better. Only one love ball for 120 entries. I mean, come on. Should be a few more, surely. Anyway. So yeah, I know where to go next. Oh yeah, I mean, I don't need to mark it on the map. Just here somewhere in a Wisteria Pond. Might get laggy because of the water and grass, right? I don't remember if it was as this laggy. But okay, Monkey Dory, Psychic, Poison. Ishizu should definitely remain here. Dark types, yeah. Like, resisting that psychic damage. But it's probably gonna have a counter. I can see it having a fighting move as well. Now, let me see. In semi-mains, what did I have in semi-mains? I thought Skrull for more catching purposes. It's just not up to level here. ℂ𝕠𝕟𝕤𝕠𝕟𝕤. There's my dear Ogre Bond with the whale spring mask, I think it was called. Of course, I'm wearing all the masks, except they're not masks, they're more like hair decorations. But yeah. No. Mains right here. Yeah, I could, like, get this bad boy to be all the way to Clodsire. Scorched Sire is called because of its fire terror type. Similar thing as I did with Ichimonji, but who gets replaced here? It shouldn't be Spectre. My dear Kishi, you're my partner Pokemon and everything, but yeah, we should do it like this. Rev of Room. I feel like I might change some of the moves too, but I want to keep Ichimonji because its dark type might come in handy. Spectre should remain here just in case because Fall Swipe, you know? I don't want to replace Machai though. Stun Spore may still come into play actually. Because I want to have both Rev of Room and Tinkaton. What is Tinkaton's moves? Play rough, Gigaton Hammer, knock off, fake out. Okay. Gonna go to bed. Have a good night, Khaiden. Thank you so much, Mist, for all the stuff in the chat. And for letting me know you're going to bed, alright? You have a good one, alright? Oyasumi Nakai. And of course for keeping your moderation powers. Making everything safe. Yeah, I'm losing the phrase in there. Sorry, I'm also focusing on this. But yeah, Oyasumi Nakai. Who gets replaced, damn it? It shouldn't be Ishizu. No. Not with the Dark Terror type I can bring to the table. And there's some other things that may help. Ah, damn it. I feel like I'm overthinking it. Khaiden has done their wave. We still want that. Alright, I'll make it be Ishizu then. Although, Opportunist can also be really nice. I'll try it this way. It's about resisting, you know, a Pokemon that will not... I won't have to bother with antidotes and full restores and those things left and right. So, Monkey Dory. Psychic Poison. Because of that, Dark types will have a great time right there. I'll keep Machai in the lead. Here, being overleveled has paid off quite nicely. Okay, I'm actually gonna save the game again because... as close to the legendary Pokemon as possible, you always want to save like that. So you save some time if you try again, and especially here in a modern day Pokemon game because Pokemon charge at you and then, yeah. I don't want to bother running away from a battle. Now, let me leave it here for a moment. Let me take another bite break. This is neatly happening pretty much at the top of every hour or so good timing here, good timing here. As always, stay tuned. We won't take long. If I can help it anyway, we'll be right back. Omatase shimashita. Tajigen. Alright. Let me go for a more chill voice, really. Let me reposition the microphone a little bit so I can be more in like... more peaceful voice. Not forcing it too much either, but... Yeah. Of course, I get excited with the things we do and everything. But alright. We can attempt a stun spore here. I think maybe I should give a different item to Machai. What could it be that would be beneficial, especially for survivability, for catching? No need to boost Matcha Gacha, let's say. Let's just, because, you know, I have the Miracle Seed that boosts grass-type moves. What if we do something else? Lowers the accuracy of opposing Pokemon's moves. Bright Powder. Might be good. Quick Claw, because then that ensures we go for the Stun Spore first no matter what. Maybe that? Maybe I should do that. Bright Powder would make it be less likely that we get hit. I don't know if I've ever used one of these. I want to see what it feels like. Then I have more in the inventory there. Let's give that a try. Okay, let's save the game again then. The second out of 3 we're doing right here. Let's go. Monkey. We almost want to nickname it Monkey after we catch it, but no, Monkey Dory. Monkey Dory. Okay. It's kind of funny how it's like, okay. Makes me think of that. But it's meant to be more like a monkey. Kind of like that, if that makes sense. Yeah, Shadow Ball is super effective. Ghost on Psychic. Speaking of Psychic. I don't know, I need something to boost Machai's defenses. That thing that lowers their accuracy is helpful for that reason, though. Quick Claw could be helpful precisely because of this sort of thing, too. Future Sight, sorry, not Foresight. Foresight is something different in terms of moves. Yeah, if Future Sight is coming, then let's switch to Ichimonji then to prevent... Well, Tinkaton, yeah, Tinkaton as a Steel type would resist it. Revavroom, a Psychic move is neutral on it. Oh yeah, I forgot it has a Rock Terra type. Let's try Tinkaton then. Yeah, Poison would be super effective on Fairy, but the Steel typing will help here. We do need to deal some damage to Monkey Dory here though. What should we try to do? Maybe a Fairy move, maybe play Rough here. So it's resisted, but still a big level difference here. Oh, actually it's not that big, it's only 10 levels. I think we can try... Let's try Fake Out actually, because it's always a good idea anyway. Just hopefully play Rough doesn't make it faint, that's okay, we can reload if needed. You take that Future Sight attack. Oh wow, that was more damage than I expected. Okay, let's see how play Rough does. Don't play too rough. Okay, that was resisted more than I wanted it to be resisted, but alright. Let's keep it going for a little bit more. Play Rough. Maybe Gigaton Hammer would have been okay. I know I still have Full Swipe with Spectre. Oh, that's not good. It's blooding something nasty. Okay, let's keep risking it. After that nasty blood, it would be a good idea to... Yeah, to recover. Now, I think I do want to have Ichimonji out. There's other moves that are going to be bad, but... Becoming immune to that Future Sight is what's good. We can still get poisoned though. Oh yeah, like... I have a Steel Terra type for Tinkaton, so I can also make it be pure Steel if needed. Oh yeah, Steel Fairy means... No, I was gonna say we get double damage from Fire, but no, I'm getting it wrong. Fire resists Fairy moves, but it doesn't mean it's super effective against Fairy. Just gotta remind myself of those things. So, it begins. The first Ultra Ball, I need to buy more. I think before we go for Serendipity, let's stop by the shop near the Pokemon Center here. And then we find Serendipity. I just don't know where exactly it is again, but... No, Ichimonji did not take the Future Sight attack. Future Sight is Psychic, even when it's like... It has a mechanic where it hits in a couple turns after it first gets used, right? But it retains that Psychic type for that, so... Dark type will resist it. A steel type. No, a dark type will be immune to it. A steel type will resist it. A psychic type will resist it. Is there anything else that resists psychic? I think that's it. And this is it too for the monkey. Good stuff, good stuff. Yeah, some RNG did help there too, but nice. This was indeed the right strategy for Serendipity. Let's keep it this way, you know. Let's take those two. I'm thinking, oh, I should take a rock type. I should take Mojang, my Garganacl, but we don't need to deal super effective damage to it. Monkey Dory keeps itself somewhere safe while it toys with its foes, using psychokinesis to induce intense dizziness. We should have Khaiden be the lead, though, for the paralysis, instead of Machai, though. Because then there's a flying type super effective move there we don't want to take. Oh, it's like I'm doing them in order in the Pokédex from left to right. Unintentional, but it works out. Alright then. Then yeah, Khaiden, let's save that game. That was fast. But that's how it can be. RNG plays a part too. Otherwise, things were not that different. Red health, paralysis. Just we were taking much less damage because we have better Pokemon better suited to these situations here. But okay, then let's go to the Pokemon Center. It's not so much the Pokemon Center, but the shop nearby. Unless we get super unlucky, I think it's still enough Ultra Balls, but let's buy more than a few here. Getting ourselves to at least 100 to be safe. We can get Premier Balls while we do that too. Of course, it may come down to some Timer Balls instead. Well, let's see. It would be nice if all three of them were in a different ball. But which one could I even try, right? I guess if it's nighttime, a Dusk Ball, but... yeah, we're risking, you know, we're risking it with, like, a lower capture rate overall. We'll buy... wow, yeah, this feels so cheap with how many Poké Dollars I have. Let's make it be a neat 50 then. That's 5 Premier Balls. Yeah. Heal Ball, Net Ball, Repeat Ball, Nest, Luxury, Dive, Quick, Dusk. Timer. No need to buy any of those. No need to buy anything else here either. Is there? Oh, look at that! I didn't realize they sold ingredients here. Okay, let me see. It might be good to get some ingredients here. There are some that I could use more of. Wait, I have 31 tomatoes. Why don't I have so many? Jam, maybe. I'm not gonna go too crazy with them. Some of them are like, I could use more. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, let's buy these. Wait. This is what I've been eating. 21 of each, like this. We have enough noodles. Horseradish. Curry powder, yes. There was a sandwich I wanted to make the other day, as I was trying to catch a Leafeon and then an Eevee to get Leafeon. Yeah, I did get it, by the way. Found a bunch of Eevees, actually. I have some extra Eevees in the boxes because you can never have too many Eevees, I think. And I don't mean effort values. I guess you can't have too many of those either. Speaking of which, let's buy a VV pick. Why not? Alright. That'll do. Yeah, ingredients is also a big expenditure. So that's worth mentioning as well. Thank you, old lady. Kind old lady. No, she's got money though. Don't think she doesn't. Though I should have sold items to her, come to think of it. But nah, let the nice old lady just make money instead. Yeah, because I picked up quite a few items now to sell. We got a Comet Shard. They sold me some nuggets. Where was Serendipity there? In the Oni Mountains. It was there somewhere. And I remember, like, I floated down towards it. Best if I go to the peak somewhere. I can't remember the place. I'm gonna set that as the destination and we'll see if it's there. I don't think it will be flying so that I can interact with it easier. It might just be on the ground. Also, yeah, I had Khaiden as the leader of the party, right? It will resist a flying move because of its electric typing. And well, yeah, Thunder Wave. At some point sooner than later, either before Blueberry or during the Indigo Disc there, it's gonna become level 100 at this rate. Everybody's gonna be so over leveled for all of that post game stuff, post DLC game stuff. But anyway, So, wait, let's see this item here. The Pheasantipity I'm looking for. Might as well interact with the raid here for a moment. Munchlax, Poison Terra. I don't think we need to go for that. No, it's worth looking into them. If I see like a Golem or something like that, yeah, it saves me the trouble of trading with someone. I got a nice Gengar. It's probably gonna be a 5-star Terra raid though, so I would probably connect to the internet and try to get somebody to connect for help. Yeah, it was here somewhere. I could check on my screenshots. But let me see if I remember. If not, I'll just check a guide or something. The other two though, yeah, I pretty much did remember their location. So with Okidogi, I also did kind of check the guide for that, but yeah. Monkey Door is the easiest one to remember, and it's so near a flight fast travel location. We dropped down on it somewhere, but it was like a walkable location, if that makes sense. I can't remember exactly anymore. No, yeah, it's not just some random, what's the word, side of the cliff. I forget what you call these things to the side of the cliff. There's a name for them, but anyway. It's one that's more normally walkable, if that makes sense. Best way I can describe it, I don't know. There's a Bug Terra right nearby. I might check it out, but first, that Pheasantipity. It's like serendipity, right? That's why I keep saying it that way. I think it's meant to be said that way. Okie dokie. Oh, didn't want to use the camera. I misclicked a button. Not clicked, but you get the point. You never hear somebody say mispressed a button, even though that would be the right way to say it. Oh, you know, I kind of want to get that Litwick there, though. I already have one? Cool. I think I may have a Lampin, too. Just a matter of getting one of those to become Chandelure. Did they require Firestone to become Chandelure? I don't remember anymore. We'll cross that bridge when we have to. We may try more Pokédex completion today, but... yeah. Let me see the location of Pheasantipity. Pheasantipity. It's a pity you turned out to be such a scoundrel, Pheasantipity. There we go. If we say it like that. Just I need the map location. Pheasantipity in the east at Fellhorn Gorge, a bit east of that fast travel point. Okay, I'm kind of seeing it. Yeah, you basically have to remember for when you did have them marked on the map, or you check a guide, or both. Okay, the fast travel point. What was it again? Fellhorn Gorge, it said. Fellhorn Gorge? Wait. Maybe I'm hallucinating the name now or something. It was here somewhere. I'm gonna kind of try to put it there loosely. I wanted to see what that glow is about. That's not the Terra raid we checked out, right? There may be a nice Pokemon here that I want to bother with. We are trying to complete the Pokédex still. Glimora. I already got it, so I'll leave it at that. Yeah, Glimora would be perfect against Pheasantipity. Rock type, poison type. It would do a lot right there. Ooh, 2 Moonstones, very nice, very nice. Glimate Crystal, or Glimmet Crystal. So many items in such fast succession, right? That's why I can't keep up with the list that shows you the notification. That's what I meant earlier. So you can see it, so it's there long enough so that you can see what you collected, right? That's good design. That's good design. Okay, yeah, this is looking kind of like the area I was thinking about. Not quite, though. Not quite. It's funny how, because of how mountains can be, right? You end up finding flying Pokemon and rock Pokemon side by side. So here, Geodudes will be common, but then some other flying Pokemon might be common too. But rock is always super effective against flying. Killing 2 birds with 1 stone and all that. I mean, ground is also super effective against rock, and oftentimes where you find ground types, you'll find rock types and vice versa, especially if it's some rocky cave or something. That's the place. And then, you know, speaking of Geodude and Gravelers, you go to the very origin of Pokemon, and most of the rock types in Gen 1 right there were also a ground type. No, seriously, like, There's only one rock type in Gen 1 that's not a ground type as well, I think. Oh, no, wait, no, I got it wrong. We also have Kabuto, Kabutops, Omanite, Omastar. Yeah, I was gonna say Aerodactyl is the only one. But yeah, the Geodude evolutionary line, the Rhyhorn evolutionary line, rock ground dual typing. Double weakness to water, double weakness to grass. So many weaknesses that the rock type has. Not enough resistances to make up for them either. That whole thing they kept saying in Gen 1. It's the rock hard solid type. And even in Gen 3 after Steel got introduced as like the sort of quote-unquote upgrade to rock. It's like, what a rock solid defense? You have like 5 weaknesses. Rock doesn't resist itself. Again, if I had it my way, I would make rock be immune to rock. I don't think we have any Pokemon type that is immune to itself. That would be cool too. And it makes perfect sense. Rock, paper, scissors. Rock on rock. Nobody wins. Nobody loses. Nothing happens. Immunity. Not just a resistance. Immunity to it. That would have been perfect. The fact that you can have an Aerodactyl, rock flying type, and then rock is still super effective against it. Something is wrong there. Anyway, this is not where Vesandipity is exactly. Let me see if I can get a more specific location. Let me fetch it on my phone. I think it's just easier for me and still kind of fearing some scuff on my PC. Even though things are more lightweight for my PC right now because I'm using the capture card on the Switch, right? But... oh, wait! Okay, I didn't realize. Vesandipity is a poison and fairy type Pokemon. It probably will have a flying move though, so yeah. Let's still lead with Khaiden. This is still a good party, I think. I mean, yeah, Revavroom, Tinkaton are steel types. Wait, poison doesn't resist steel, right? So it will be super effective. Not that we want super effective types, but yeah. Oh yeah. I could have had a picnic to make them easier to catch. Catching power poison, catching power fairy. Okay, wait. I'm gonna search Vesandipity location. Maybe I'll try to have the sandwich? Or just a meal in the festival there or something. It's just faster, right? But you still have to find the meal. That's not so fast. But yeah, Vesandipity. Weak to ground, psychic, and steel. Wouldn't it be weak to rock as well? Oh no, wait, no. I'm thinking of a flying type. Location. I need to zoom into that map because the location where I was trying to find it doesn't let me zoom in. Wait, detail map. There we go. A bit further away. Let me see. I'm not that far away from where it should be, I think, but yeah, it's more like around here, I think. Yeah, this makes sense. That little green part in there, it means it's a walkable, quote-unquote, location. More walkable for like a person, let's say, than this very craggy... Is that a word? Is that the word? This very rough, stony area here. But is this where it is? Because it doesn't feel quite like the area where I found it. Vesandipity is the toughest one to find. Like to remember the specific location because this mountainous area, it all looks kind of the same. Whereas with the other two, it was a more clear part of those areas they were at. Especially Monkey Dory. The easiest one to find, and so far it's been the easiest one to catch. Can I have a picnic here? I don't think it's gonna be inside this cave, right? Vesandipity? Might as well check what's inside here. Hold on. Do I have a Hoot caught? I don't. Let's take the opportunity to get a Hoot. Oh, Clefairy! Yeah, I don't think I have a Clefairy either. Feeling like Johto now. With these Pokemon here. Okay, wait. Let's take a detour and catch these bad boys here. Let's try a quick ball. If I don't have a Noctowl, it takes only one level to make that Hoot become a Noctowl, surely. I love these two Pokemon. If I ever have a Johto game run or something where I want to have a Hoot or Noctowl, yeah, it might be a part of my party. Or rotation. Since it tells time precisely, some countries consider it to be a deity of wisdom, versed in the ways of the world. I do prefer ℂ𝕠𝕟𝕤 to ℂ𝕠𝕟 kind of, but I don't know. ℂ𝕠𝕟 is also really cool. You know what? I'm gonna try to catch you as well. Why not? Bit of a live index. One of you will become ℂ𝕠𝕟 the... Oh, yeah, critical. Critical gacha. Pokemon get done. Yeah, I see Clefairy and I see Cleffa. Yeah, and then having one of them become Clefable. Oh wait, which box did it send it to? I need to reorganize the boxes. Yeah, because they're not supposed to come into this box. That's meant to be for my rotation of a part, for my party. The mains, as I called them. Let's try to keep the three stooges right next to each other, if possible. First though, another ℂ𝕠𝕟𝕤. This is the part that I guess is kind of time consuming and annoying, but it's for a good cause. Mains. You're a fun monkey, but I wouldn't consider you to be a main. How many poison psychics are there now? We have the Galarian Slowbro, Slowking lines. With Monkey Dory, that's like 4. There's Galarian Slowpoke, then Slowking and Slowbro, that makes it 3. I think it's Galarian Slowpoke, right? It starts from the Slowpoke line for the Galarian form. And then Monkey Dory, Monkey. That makes it be more now. Alright, because these Clefairy Pokemon... I don't have a Cleffa. Sorry, little baby, but I must try to catch you. I like that you can find baby Pokemon in the wild. I'm kind of surprised that they did go in this direction, but yeah. And a lot of evolved Pokemon. Leafeons, Glacians, Jolteons. Like, I thought they never would do it. Arguably, it takes away from the special nature of how you obtain them. How you're supposed to obtain them, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, you gotta go and do that already. Star-shaped Pokemon. Ah, after my own heart. Sometimes I can't decide if, like, my favorite type of choice in Kanto, quote-unquote, of Gen 1 introduced Pokemon is gonna be the Jigglypuff line or the Clefairy line. Maybe I should just go for both somehow. Since it is often seen when shooting stars fill the night skies, it's said to come here by riding on a star. No, it's gotta be the Clefairy line. I keep thinking more of them as moon Pokemon, but no, like, this is great too. Lunatic used to be like my nickname of choice for a Clefairy Clefable, but yeah, and I could collect Clefable right away. I have some Moonstones as well. And Jigglypuff is great because, I mean, it's a singing Pokemon. I'm a VSinger. It's on brand as well. Clefairy. Oh, but Clefairy are so cute. Hello there. Beep beep. Beep boop. Let's try Quick Ball again. Something like a Heal Ball would actually look great with it. But, okay, if the Quick Ball doesn't work, then yeah, we can try that. But it did work for sure. I want to take it out of the box and evolve it, though. Don't worry. We will still go after that Facilipity. We still have time. It's okay. On nights with a full moon, they gather together and dance. The surrounding area is enveloped in an abnormal magnetic field. Isn't that great? Yeah, you'll become a Clefable. I'll catch another one if I want to keep a living dex, at least for the Clefairy line. Not a whole living dex, but just for one evolutionary line, if that makes sense. I did want to move Cleffa away from there. So, okay, one fairy type for one fairy type. Temporarily replaced. I'll tell you what, if we do end up getting into a fight with another Cleffa... Oh yeah, speaking of Clefairies, the Pokédoll having its shape. But if we get into an accidental battle with a Clefairy again, I'll see if I maybe catch it. Let's see, I want to see the Pokédex description for Clefable as well. Something is weird about the texture. Is it me or... Looks a little bit blurry, a little bit grainy, a little bit like... It's incomplete, especially around the eyes. I don't know if it's maybe intentional, but... Evil! Evolution! Yeah, the same thing is happening with the eyes of Clefable here. Nah, no, I gotta have Clefable as my fairy type of choice. In Kanto, so to speak. It has an acute sense of hearing. It can easily hear a pin being dropped nearly 1,100 yards away. Or 1,100 yards. Nice. I'm surprised they didn't want to learn the move. It's gotta have a metronome in there somewhere. I'm just curious, let me see. Follow me, Cosmic Power. God, I love the name of that move. Moonblast Healing Wish. The user absorbs a mystical power from space to boost his defense and special defense stats. I'm sorry, a name like that, I want to have I want to have that move just from that name alone. Anyway, as much as I love you, my friend, I'll put you back in the box right there, okay? Yeah, that Clef, I just stared at his potential future right there. Yes, of course, all the moonstones that I see around here. Makes a lot of sense now. There are more stone evolutions we should look out for here. Let's save the game. Where is that Serendipity? Maybe I didn't quite get the right location on the map. A bit of a chore also to climb up because of the unstable sort of shape. No, it's not there, right? We already kind of checked there. I'm glad we went into that cave though. Maybe the only location in the entire map of Kitakami where you can find Clefairy and Clefable, so yeah. Just like those low tats, one of the few, if not the only location where you can find them. Yeah, it's gotta be many Pokemon like that. Have I caught a Vulpix yet? Okay, we should get a Ninetales easily with a Firestone. Easy Pokedex completion. Let's see if we can get to 150 today. If not, that'll still be pending for the future. I just wanted to talk to that photographer with the Hisuian Arcanine. Sorry, Growlithe. It's not an Arcanine. It was a Growlithe, right? Is it Growlithe or Growlithe? I think it's meant to be Lith. Like Lith as in very nimble. I think that's what the word means, but it's meant to be pronounced Lith. L-I-T-H-E, but I don't know, maybe just hallucinating. Knowledge. Serendipity though, I cannot find it. Let me look at the guides I'm looking for a bit closer because this is not it. Let me see. The same location in Oni Mountain. It just doesn't let me quite zoom into the map. Okay, I think I see where, and actually that maybe makes more sense. I didn't quite mark it there, did I? Oh, these. No, I think it's this right here. Let's try it here. Let's try it here. Wait, yeah, I think it's right there. We dropped down from above, from here, literally. Let me see. This looks like the place. This looks like the place. Just, let's see. It was flying above there, right? And I dropped down on top of it. Could it be inside the cave? It would make sense that it's not flying anymore. Oh, yeah, like I forgot there's this whole thing here. We chased one of them here, or... Yeah. There's definitely some Pokemon to catch here, but... No, I don't think this is where we find Serendipity, but... This looks like the area where we fought it. It's gotta be here. Where are you? Where are you? Yeah, see, this is a walkable area. More walkable area, quote-unquote. But where is it? I didn't see it in the skies either. Where is it? This may be tougher than I thought. Serendipity really is the toughest to find out of all three of them. I guess I just climbed the ladder normally? Okay. No point in doing this, I think, when I could have just done it with Miraidon, but sure, why not? Let's exercise. We shouldn't just have Miraidon do everything, right? That's why I gotta wear the shoes. Or the sneakers. Instead of just the sandals, even though they're right with the outfit. But okay, that's enough exercise. Let's keep going up. Or it's maybe... It's gotta be near here somewhere. It's just... Where exactly? To the chilling waterhead down the ladders. Where are you, Serendipity? You blasted fake flying type! Because you're not actually flying type, even though you look a lot like a flying type. Which is good. It's good to have variety. I want to have more variety with the colors of Pokemon, you know? Too many grass types that are all green. So it makes sense. It does make it easier to recognize them, but we should be more open to more variety, right? There's like, there's a few fairy types that I think look like they're grass types as well, but they're not. The confusion may be kind of annoying, but we shouldn't color code them too much, you know? Yes, it's good to have variety as well. I cannot find the blasted bird. The fake bird. Where in the world is Carmen San Diego Dippity? Where in the world is Ferendipity Diego? Carmen San Ferendipity. You get the point. You get the pun. You get the joke, maybe. Where in Kitakami are you, you fabled Pokemon? You mythical Pokemon. You're not legendary. You're mythical. You're a myth. You don't exist. That's why I'm saying the word myth and fable and like it's not inside the chilling water here somewhere, is it? No, this is just gonna leave me outside from another end. Oh, okay. Yeah, it was on the other end. We chased it and it was here. Okay. So I did get it wrong right there. No, when we dropped down above, we battled it, it ran away here, and now here it is. Okay. Okay. Yeah, now it came back to me. So, alright. It was just a matter of remembering that, right? Can I have a picnic? I'm just curious to see if you can have a picnic here. You can't, probably. Like... Oh, in a spot so close to people. What people? A spot so close to people? What people? You mean Pheasantipity? I guess that's people. What people? In a spot so close to people? You're hallucinating. What the hell are you talking about? What, is there some bit of lore I didn't know about Pheasantipity? Anyway, let's go for it. We know the strategy. I wanted to maybe boost catch power for Fairy or Poison. Let's go. We'll try it this way. But yeah, I gotta do catching power more like this. There will still be some legendaries in the DLCs. We should do it for them. I don't quite know though. I only know there's Terrapagos, Indigo Disc. I don't know of others, or I don't remember right now. And then Mochi Mayhem has, what do I say, Pecharon? What's the name of that thing? Mochi Mayhem will be a much shorter thing. Shenanigans seem to be happening with mind control there, and just funky things. More like whimsical, funny things. Alright, I think we can go for a false swipe. A couple false swipes with Spectre. After that, let's go for Revavroom, I think. Yeah, like this music, right? How funny it is. A little bit funky, whimsical. Oh, that's a dark move? Okay. The Pokemon was hit one time? Okay, yeah. Let's not have any more hits if we can help it. False swipe. I figured it wouldn't be enough, but we still don't want to risk it. Nice, nice. Thank goodness we avoided that swagger. That would be annoying. So the attack boost would be nice, but probably would use a full heal after that. Paralysis came in in a super helpful way. We can still do more false swipes. What is this gonna do? Oh, it's the special attack version of Swagger. Okay. Why would that confuse me? There's nothing confusing about flattery on me. Of course it makes sense that you would flatter me and my Pokemon. We're extraordinary superstars. There's nothing confusing about that. But alright. Let's try a full heal. For Seam Berries also will do the trick. Or is it Persium? Persium? Like Persian? I don't know. Okay, let's see. There's gotta be a signature move of the Three Stooges. Beat up like a bunch of ruffians, right? But no, it was only one time. I've been getting lucky. And I can see the other two having that. So, okay, we've seen Swagger with Sim Beat Up. And Flatter. What is the fourth move? Is it a Fairy type? Is it a Poison type? Well, whatever the case, why don't we try a different ball for it? Let's see. Yeah, you're a fancy one, right? You've been a ruffian, but yeah. Who knows? Maybe you do deserve a luxury ball. Let's give it a try. It's probably gonna fail, but you never know. It's great, right? It boosts friendship immediately. It looks fancy. But then it has the same chance as Pokeball. That's why if I'm using it, it tends to be on a Terra raid, maybe. The same with Premier Balls, right? Dusk Ball. Heal Ball, even. Why not? Yeah, I should have tried that with like a Fairy or Kleppa. It fits it with the colors, kind of, right? I'm gonna try... Oh, that's not good! That's not good! That's not good! Okay. Asobio, Warida. Playtime is over. I was gonna try a Premier Ball. No, playtime's over. Ultra from now on. Spectre remains confused. We're gonna need... I'm freaking out, but it's like, it's not the end of the world. It's just gonna make the battle take longer because I gotta deal damage to it again, and because I have to deal damage, it's time for Spectre to... You know what? Let's switch to Revavroom, and nobody is going to be immune to that. Okay, so I think Swagger and Flatter are considered prankster moves or something. A Dark type will be immune to that. Now I know for sure that we won't receive a hostile flying move. But I don't know. Oh yeah, double kick for example. I think that would be resisted. We could do that to... Yeah, everything here is not very effective. Let's switch to Ichimonji. I just want to lose that confusion. I know I could use a full heal. Either way, I have to use a turn for it, but let's see. That's resisted. Still only one time hit. What's up with that? How does that work? Okay. Yeah, let's hope it's not too much damage, I was gonna say. Let's see how much it recovers. We may go for that throat chop again. Perhaps a picnic would have been a good idea. With poison or fairy. No, Ichimonji! No. Don't! Hey, you wanna be flattered? There it is. Don't do critical hits. Wishing to be praised. No. You're not gonna get praised for that. I'm not gonna insult you either, but don't do it, my friend. Don't. You are not gonna get praised for a crit here. Yeah, perhaps I should try double kick after all. To give it less of a chance that even if it crits, it makes it faint. It's just more time being consumed. Nothing to freak out that much about, really, but... Just like Roost, you know? But yeah, nothing less than an Ultra Ball. Oh yes, Timer Balls may still come into it, but... No. It keeps roosting, yeah. A lot of flying legendary types. This is not a flying type, but in many ways it is, and Roost is part of its moveset. Okay, you can still get confused by Swagger. Alright, well, let's keep it this way. We resist the beat-up Dark move, so Ichimonji is still a good choice here. Let's keep it going for as long as we can, and then we'll use a full heal, or we'll see. I think it's good to keep Ichimonji and keep doing double kick whenever you can. The problem is, attack keeps getting raised, so even with the resistances, it's double resisted. Poison resists fighting, I'm pretty sure. Fairy does resist fighting, of course. It's super effective against it too. So it's quadruple resistance. So maybe that would help. I'd rather not risk it though. I don't want to bother reloading and the save, and let's just keep it going with Ultra Balls. Just pray to RNGesus. Father Fortune, Lady Luck. Because the attack keeps rising up. Yeah. Switching out resets the stat changes too, so it's fine. Even if it switches back in. And that reminds me, I need to get Palafin eventually. That requires a whole organizing with all the players for the Union Circle and all that. Maybe some of you can help me with that, Tajigen. You may come into play with some of you. If not, I'll organize it with other players. Like I'm in a Pokemon Trades Discord server, among other places. I haven't actually organized any trades with anybody. The exclusive trades for Pokédex completion, I mostly have been doing them with random codes, but there's only so many people doing that. I have found a few nice trades, but yeah. So I think it's best if we switch out, actually, just to be on the safe side. What could I do that gets resisted? Assurance? What else does Assurance do, actually? Or play rough? Knock off? Let's try Tinkaton. We try that. Or we could keep trying those Ultra Balls even with more health that it has, but that's gonna be super difficult too. Paralysis just is super helpful. Let's do play rough. Don't play too rough though, Tinkaton. Knockoff wouldn't have the same type of attack bonus, so that would help. But it's only a 10 level difference with Tinkaton, so I think we're still fine. I want it to be red health, but okay. Especially now that Tinkaton is confused. Let's try Ultra Balls again. When that roost comes again, I might switch back to Ichimonji. Yeah, It's gotta be Ichimonji, the low kicks, my Tinkaton. I need a nickname for my Tinkaton. I still haven't thought of one. The same for Revabroom. Any suggestions are welcome in the chat or comments. I could have sworn I had a Tinkaton nickname that I could use, but no, I haven't come up with one yet, have I? So I say a nickname to use. I need the nickname almost, because my idea is much like myself. The multi-dimensional Tajigen, Khaiden. I travel through different dimensions, but it's still the same entity, right? Yours truly. I like to imply it's the same with the Pokemon. So if I name somebody, you know, Ichimonji the Low Kicks, then a Low Kicks in another game in the future has a nickname again. It's the same Low Kicks across dimensions, across Sekai. But it doesn't always work out like that, because we may have different ones. And I didn't realize that until more recently. I'm like, this is nice, but no, I may actually need other nicknames. And yeah, maybe the ones that have a place in Pokemon Home, arguably, would get a specific nickname that remains with them. Yeah, how will Pokemon Champions work? I think they already said that, but if they didn't, then they'll surely clarify that soon, right? Would be much more helpful if it had the same storage as Pokemon Home. It's almost like Home becomes a fighting game. I mean, you get battles in Pokemon Home. As a lot of people said, oh, they should bring that. Well, they did. It just made it be its own game. But if I have to keep transferring Pokemon back and forth between Champions and Home to have them be usable in Champions, I can understand why. And if anything, that might be good too. But it's just going to be time consuming. Things to keep in mind. As I train their EVs or IVs, which is gonna be super easy. It's gonna be in showdown style pretty much. It's gonna use currencies, which honestly, like, yeah, it's partly because it's a mobile game. You'll be spending money to make that be faster probably, but you know what? It's a good thing. It makes it fun too. Something to work for as well. As long as it's not ridiculous and becomes too pay to win or something, we shall see. If it's anything like the grind it is in this game, to get the Terra type you want it to be for your Pokemon, getting the Terra shards and all that, EV, IV changes, those sorts of things, is grindy. Right now it's easy because one can get a lot of rewards from like the shiny Treasures of Ruin Terra rates, but from what I've seen, yeah, just gotta grind it out, but then it pays off. It's nowhere near the kind of grind it would be like in Gen 3 if you want to get a Pokemon in a battle facility or something. That's the point, that it's nowhere near that, but it's still a grind. Still more grind than you might think. Yeah. Like, it's just the grind to get the currencies you need. And the grind also makes you play the game, which is also the point. I want to play the game. I want to have fun with it. Depending on how the online modes are, depending on what is there online. Yeah. I want to play different modes in it. I don't think it's gonna do what Pokemon Showdown did in having different tiers like never used, overused, Ubers. I feel like they've been more of a fan tier than an official thing, but I might be wrong. Let's try Revabroom this time. Yeah, Fezandipity is the more difficult out of all of them. Not just the most difficult to find, but Roost. Yeah, I'm getting sapped those flashbacks. Ho-Oh flashbacks, I think. Because they tend to have Roost. Well done, Revabroom, avoiding that. Let's do super effective spin out. I'm gonna risk it. Okay. Alright, let's reload the game then. Let's not do that again with Revabroom then. Either way, it's gonna be a very time-consuming battle because it keeps roosting, right? So, flying type legendaries or legendaries that are able to have that are always gonna be the most difficult. Well, that and legendaries that have a move that harms itself. Well, roamers, roaming Pokemon, I guess also, but yeah. Yeah. There will be a specific strategy to go for, right? Yeah, I don't want to bother with a picnic because then I gotta fly back here, find my way back. It's annoying. Or wait. Can I go down there? There's some grass nearby. Down the cliff here. Can I just go there and have a picnic? For better catching power for poison and or fairy. No, I can only have one or the other, right? But either of them will make it good, right? Catching power level 2 or level 3, depending on what I have available. The sandwich minigame can be fun, but it can also feel so time-consuming too. Could it? Is this the first time I've had a picnic in Kitakami? Because it feels like it might be. Okay, I'm sorry I'm not like watching you, playing with you a lot, letting you play with that ball a lot, my friends, but we're here for sandwiches. Let's see. Is the way I have to like look through each of these that makes it time-consuming also? Catching power, poison or fairy. Fighting, dark, fighting, ground. I guess I could look for a recipe, specific recipe. And then creative mode, you can just do it from there. Ghost, rock. You know, I think this is a brilliant system. The minigame can be annoying at times, especially when you get the sandwich wrong and a lot of effort wasted. But what is terrible about this is that there's no way to sort through them. Alphabetical order. Order by, you know, encounter type, by catching power type. Like, there's no way to do it. And if there is, then sorry I missed it, but I can't find it. You can favorite a recipe, you can put it in favorites, but you can't even see your favorites. You can't even sort through favorites. What the hell is the point of that? You still gotta kind of go through them and see, okay, which one has the start that I put as a favorite. It's silly. Okay, catching power, poison, fairy. Okay, this one has level 1 fairy. Catching power, 45. I'm gonna make a note of that. I still want to try better catching power than this. And because there's so many recipes. Hundreds, I think, literally. I don't know. Let's see if we can get a more powerful one. Either as poison or fairy. It helps that it's a dual type, so makes it more likely to find what we're looking for, but I want it to be at least level 2. Hell, level 3 ideally, but... And then the other issue, can I actually craft the sandwich? Yeah, this looks like a very difficult one to craft. And it uses an herb and mystica. I'm gonna write this down. Let me see if there's another one. Catching... No, catching power flying is not what I'm looking for either. Catching power poison level 2. I'm gonna try this one then. It also looks difficult. We should not underestimate it. Ultra fruit sandwich. Okay. What pick should we use? What would be a good pick for this? Have I ever used this one? Let's have a party. Let's have a party with it. Matsuri! It's still a matsuri. It's still a festival. Let's have a party. Okay. Yeah, like... yeah. These are big, but they're kind of flat enough. The placing could be better. So, if the big piece of bread at the end doesn't fall as flat as it needs to, it's not... Oh my gosh, those pineapples are gonna be the toughest. It's not the end of the world, right? No, the problem is the pineapples I'm about to add. Those are the ones that are gonna fall to the side, aren't they? Okay. I think at least is the last ingredient, but yeah. Still have 9 minutes. Here? Okay. Ugh, yeah. As long as the ingredients themselves don't fall out of place. This is terrible. It's terrible, but it's still the recipe needs to be. Because if you lose one... Oh, nice. What a weird sandwich party this is. I mean, it's a fruit sandwich where you just add the fruit like that. What the hell is that? That actually may taste really good. But I'd probably not use something like mayonnaise or butter. I would use cream and then with bread. Yeah, ooh, I'm getting a bit hungry actually. No, yeah, my breakfast was light today, so either way after the stream I need to eat something, and this is not helping. It will help against serendipity though. We should save the game again after this. Yeah, sweet. Sandwich. It makes sense that it gives you fairy power. But we didn't lose the recipe. If we lose an ingredient, then it does become another recipe. It's catching power poison, so yeah, I gotta run. Yeah, egg power, I forgot about that. You never know. I mean, Revabroom and Tinkaton, they could be in the same family because they're both steel types, but we're out of here, my friends. I'm sorry it's not a long picnic. So, you can check... Where is it that you can check? Yeah, here you can check your active meal powers. I didn't learn this until recently. What I don't know is if they remain, you know, when you reload the game. So if we reload it, then hopefully they're still there. That will help a lot. That will help with serendipity there. That will be true serendipity. Let's give it a try. Again, let's save as close as possible to the legendary. I almost want to use a quick ball. You never know. You never know. I have catch power boosted. Why not? We're gonna try a quick ball right away. Then after that, maybe let's do a Thunder Wave. And I say maybe because he may do a Swagger or Flatter. Nice rhyme. Very well. Very well. Let's end this as quickly as possible. Let's see. Let's see. You never know, right? The catching power is what makes me want to give it a try. Speaking of things that rhyme, after saying the word power, I have to say the word swagger because we got that. How about we try a full heal then? Or I could just risk it. I want to try... I need to give it that paralysis, you know? Yeah, Machai will not be hit by a hostile flying move, but a dark move will be super effective. Well done, Tajigen, avoiding that. Okay, we'll keep risking it for the confusion. Oh, it's gonna be a mischievous thing with this moveset it has. But yeah. This is only part one of the equation. The next part is to deal enough damage. Ah, that toxic chain is a problem. Okay. Then Revabroom and Tinkaton are still doing a lot of good stuff here. I got lucky that Ichimonji didn't get poisoned before. Yeah. It's the same skill that Okidogi had. Maybe Monkey Dory also had it. Alright. Poison Jab will be effective. I think we should try something... Well, we definitely don't want to do that steel move again. Absolutely not. Serendipiti's health is full. That might help there, but yeah. We want to avoid this. We want to avoid that feint again. Assurance is not very effective. Let's risk that neutral damage. Poison Jab. It's a 9-level difference. Whoa, that was a lot of damage. I don't know. I could try Poison Jab, but... Not Poison Jab, the other move. Assurance. But well, Confusion is here now. We really need to reduce his health even more if we're gonna have a better chance at catching it, but... Now, let's begin the attempts. 117 Ultra Balls, yeah. We want to have a big number of them. A hyper number of Hyper Balls. There we go. Hyper Boru. That's why. It has the H there. And I didn't even realize, that's the other thing, I didn't even realize it was an H shape either. That's also why it took me a while to realize that there. Let's go for Tinkaton. How many power points does Roos have? It may come down to also waiting until Roos runs out of power points for it. Let me see. Let me check this on Wikipedia, but let's see if we can maybe multitask with it. Because I'd like to see. First of all, though, let's do a fake out. Yeah, let's do a fake out. Still a good idea. To have that guaranteed flinch. Okay, I'm gonna check this. No, because I think it has like a lot of power points. 5 and maximum is 8. Let's assume it has the maximum, so... I'll keep counting. So it's been 1 Roost so far, right? I used a lot in the last battle. Yeah, it's a shame we had to restart it. We must have been close to losing all the power points, or maybe even there already. Okay, play rough, but not too rough. Tinkaton. Number 2. Ruse number 2. And Tinkaton is not confused, so no need to switch out either. Let's count them, let's count them. When we get to 5, let's see. It's gonna help a lot when it uses all its ruse. So RNG plays a part in there too, just the AI deciding to use all those ruses there. It will favor that decision when he has low health, of course, but yeah, we'll use quite a few full heals here. Let's make use of them. This will also make it so that there's a ton of turns passing in this fight. So repeat, again, I'm giving the wrong name. Timer balls will really come into play here. Yosh. Time for another full heal. Unless we want to risk it, but yeah, and also attack rising sharply makes a difference. How many swaggers are there? Also, yeah, and it's annoying to use a full heal because I have to keep scrolling down all the time. So it's not anywhere near the top of the list there of items. Anyway, just have to hope it uses beat up or roost. It's been 2 out of 5 or maybe 8. I don't think even if it's a legendary, I don't think they ever have maxed out power points. Ooh, okay, whoa! That's the effect of attack rising sharply, but red health is good. The paralysis came into play. Let's go. That's gonna help. Poison catching power level 2. That's gonna help. And if we need to reload, hopefully it retains the effects from this from the sandwich, from the picnic. Yeah, nothing but ultra balls now, hyper balls. Paralysis is nearly always gonna be one of the best conditions for making things easier to catch. They never lose it unless they use a skill or something, an ability or something that takes it out. Shed skin maybe, right? All the others will have their caveats. Poison, not applicable here because we can't poison it. Poison and burn though, and confusion if that applies, will make it maybe faint. Sleep, very good stuff, but it has a time limit. So paralysis is always the safest option. Of course, I think because of this, sleep will make it even more likely to be caught than a paralysis. So there's that. But yeah, Tinkaton resisting so well. Beat up is resisted because Tinkaton is fairy type and will have complete immunity to poison. So yeah, that's definitely the right way to do it with the 3 stooges. The loyal 3, the disloyal 3, the lousy 3. Nice, paralysis. Bring poison types, bring steel types. Oh, you know what also would be good against Serendipity? I just realized? A taunt. Actually, a taunt would be perfect because it's not just ruse that it prevents it from using. It prevents it from using swagger and flatter. I can only keep using beat up. Though it may have the caveat of inducing a struggle because it completely ran out of power points, but I don't know if I have a TM for taunt, but I might teach it to someone. I can see Tinkaton being able to learn that actually. Not Room maybe, but yeah. Ichimonji, a lot of them, but Tinkaton being able to learn taunt. Yeah. I hope I don't have to reload the game though, so let's keep it going here for as long as we can. It's still only been 2 routes, right? So yeah, it still has plenty left. At least 3 more. I like that it doesn't even bother trying to do it. I think that's a good thing. Either way, time keeps passing, turns keep passing. Sooner than later, I think we should try that timer ball. I haven't counted the turns. I'm not gonna count it. I could look even further into it. Take a look at the Wikipedia entry for like the timer ball and see. Okay, let's get an idea of how the calculations are done. No, there is a point in which it's beneficial, more beneficial than an ultra ball, but it has a peak. It doesn't just keep rising indefinitely, I think. Why don't we try until we get to 100 ultra balls, until we get to 99 maybe? After that, let's use a timer ball or 2. Then if that doesn't work, back to ultras. Or maybe run out of ultras, you never know. As many as it takes. If we do run out of ultras and we're struggling hard with great balls or pokeballs or whatever, never mind. I was gonna say, then maybe we should reload the game, but there we go. That was the toughest one yet. That was the toughest one. RNG played a part. because it was a red health and it still took many attempts. It was like okie dokie, but the roost move there, it's all about taunts. It's never been easier to train a rotation of Pokemon rather than just focusing on 6. That's why I keep saying the mains, the rotation, the boxes. It's easy not only because it's never been easier to have a rotation of Pokemon that are all around the same level, right? First of all, experience share remains permanently. You can't even disable it, which I still think they should have the option. Okay, enable it by default, but let a player go into settings somewhere and disable it. Game Freak, please. Please. But yeah, Serendipity beats its glossy wings to scatter pheromones, pardon me, that captivate people and Pokemon. How many Poison Fairy types are there? This might be the first Pokemon with that combination. I'm probably forgetting someone, but this is not exactly a common typing, is it? It's also legendary for a reason. Yes, that was a legendary fight. Everything it needed to be. Well done, team. The Superstar Squad did super well. And thus we have the Three Stooges. Maybe the toughest Pokemon to catch in all of Kitakami. There will be some other difficult Pokemon in some ways, but after this, the rest of the Pokédex completion should be easier, I think. But yeah, what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying about catching, about balls, about... I lost my train of thought! Tajigen! Chat, help me! Remind me, what was I saying? I was it about catch rates, about Pokeballs? What the hell was it? But let me see if I can recall while I see this raid or this Terra Pokemon. It's a raid. Oh, it's a 6-star fairy raid, I think. Oh yeah, rotations, right. What is this? Yanmega? Yeah. I think maybe Yanmega involves trading while holding an item to get it, but no. I'm not doing that raid. But yeah, like, it's never been easier to have a rotation of Pokemon. Not just because you can get a lot of, like, experience candies, which has been a great thing to implement in the games. So much so that, yeah, the other reason why I might want yet another Kanto remake or yet another Hoenn remake, well, it would be only the second time, but yet another Johto remake or whatever is because then we'd have this quality of life, hopefully, added to it as well. The other reason is because you can access your boxes anytime. And so switching between your Pokemon is also super easy. Yeah, look at them. Right next to each other in the boxes as it should be. Let's go. Oh yeah, I thought I had more extra EVs than I thought, but it's only 2 more. This one was an evolution to get Leafeon. I ate an encounter power grass sandwich. It was still not enough. I guess it still doesn't raise the chance that much, right? But I guess I did that with a Flareon, I think, or a Jolteon, and I didn't get... No, wait, I didn't do it with Flareon. I guess I just got very lucky the other day when I found a Jolteon in the wild. Yeah, and I didn't even need a sandwich for that. I think I'm remembering. I'm gonna put a Nihilip in the party because I want to try this one out for a Qianbao raid. And speaking of which, yes, let's do a Qianbao raid. First of all, let's connect, but I want to check a Nihilip's moveset. I'm not gonna bother EV training them or anything. Yes, it would make it better for the raids, but I don't know. I don't want to take it too far. What is the moveset though? Let's bring something that would be good. Is neutral damage from Dark because of his fighting ghost typing, but Poison Jab, Brick Break. I'm feeling like perhaps something better than Brick Break. Let's see. Brick Break. Ooh, Final Gambit. Yeah. I could change its move so that one of those is a Final Gambit instead. Everything can be easily relearned here. This also helps a lot, right? I see that Shadow Punch and Rage Fist cannot be relearned. Neither can Poison Jab. Because of that, I don't want to replace either of those. If I have Final Gambit and it's special, we want to focus on physical. I think it should be close combat. Yeah. Can we relearn Brick Break? Why did I have Brick Break? Cross Chop. Heightened chance of landing a critical hit. 80 accuracy is not nice. There's an item that boosts accuracy, right? A health item. I'm okay making it hold that. Or a white herb. But I don't know if it gets consumed completely. You know, to avoid the loss of close combat. Oh, you know what the problem is though? The Terra type is a poison Terra type, and in this case it's not good because we do want it to boost its fighting moves. And do I have enough to turn it into a fighting Terra type? I don't wanna. Nah, I don't wanna like farm too much. It's not the end of the world if it's not the right Terra type, but I don't wanna be too much of a weak link to my party because I will be the weakest link. Goodbye. No, but really, like, I don't wanna make that worse, but I'm gonna try close combat. I just have to go for that. I might regret it because then all the feints, if they keep happening, they're not gonna be nice, but yeah, we gotta try it. This is why Poison Jab was good, because it had the Poison Terra type, but Poison Enchant Pow might be nice, though it will remove its status effects here and there. I don't have a white herb, do I? I might be able to buy one, though. But for fighting Terra Shards, not nearly enough. Or I just try somebody else. Grass Terra Shard. Obviously not gonna use those here. Maybe I should try somebody else instead. So, I've heard Skeleton Dirge is great also for these. But, I mean, it takes super effective dark damage. So I don't know much about that. Otherwise, yeah. Torch Song, Overheat. Why don't we try it? But let me see. Do I have it holding an item? What do we want? Overheat also, yeah, a white herb benefits from that. Any negative stat changes, it undoes them. It undoes them once. Let me see. Yeah, I got this one from home. I see that it says ENG, right? Implying that you traded it, but yeah. It seems to have traveled across space and time to join me from Pokemon Home. What is the skill that I got? Because of that, when attacking the Pokemon ignores the target stat changes, that's really good. That's really good against a Chin Power raid. If it buffs itself, I don't know what attacks it has, but like, you know, Terra Pokemon, terrestrialized Pokemon in Terra raids will have special moves that... let me see. Yeah, harshly lowers the user's special attack stat. And Torch Song boosts back up. It's a good setup. Hyper Voice, Shadow Ball. I don't see myself using anything other than these two. I do want to rearrange them though, so that it makes it easier to just choose one or the other. Maybe yeah, it won't be Annihilate that I bring, but Skeleton Dirge. Just, or I could have the berry that reduces the damage from a super effective dark move. Ruination, a different thing, because no matter what the Pokemon is, they will get half their health cut right there, right at that moment. But yeah. Or, you know, no, definitely not choice specs, because we may do 2 fire moves there. Assault Vest. Absorb Bulb. Then these things here for more EV training. Let's see. Heat Rocket, yeah. Bringing in Sunny Day, Drought there. I feel like a Ninetales would be powerful there too. Maybe I should train one, but it takes more experience candy than you would think. I don't want to use them just for that. I don't think Focus Sash is the way to go. No. Or Power Herb there with, no wait, I'm thinking of Solar Beam with Sunny Day, or, you know, with Sunlight. We're not going to use it there. Wise Glasses would boost, yeah, Skeleton Dirge is a special attacker. Charcoal to boost them even more. Might be a good idea still. I don't have a white herb though. It would help because then I don't have to use Torch Song right away. Let me... So, I think is that store there in Mesagosa? I know exactly the store. I think I can reach it. Wait, let me mark it on the map. They have those battle items. Yeah, by now I remember it. That's great. And again, I could try to train its CVs maybe a little bit, but not yet. I may do it because I like the idea of having the 3 Paldia starters. At least one version of them training for competitive formats, but not yet. Pokemon Champions is going to help so much because of that. I wonder though what will happen with future games in their own battles going on there. Like, what incentive will you have for battling in those games online when you can you know, instead of doing it in Champions. I guess that you don't have to switch to another game to do it. Champions has the convenience that it will also be on phones and everything. I thought that's brilliant. I would have never thought that it should actually go in that direction, unless you did make home have a battle mode. I'm glad I didn't go in that direction either, right? But oh, whoops, press the left stick accidentally. We have battle items with all the money I have. Surely they have, and there's more I could buy here. Choice scarf, ability shield. Ah, right. Ishizu is still holding a clear amulet. Yeah, whoa, grip claw. Oh, wow, there's some that I didn't even know or I forgot about. Weakness policy. That could be good, right? That could be good. I'm gonna buy it. I mean, either way, yeah. Blunder policy. They have more items than before. I think they didn't have these. Ah, throw spray. Destiny knot. Huh. But there's no white herb. That's a shame. I would have thought they would sell that for sure. Let's buy the blunder policy though. Then I think we should go for the berry that reduces a super effective dark move damage. Focus band, no. Or expert belt, charcoal. Well, oh, these are cheap. I forgot how cheap the type boosters are. Wait, didn't they have more items? Maybe it's in another store somewhere else. Well, you know what? I'm gonna leave it at a weakness policy. I think a weakness policy will be nice. It's only usable once per battle, right? But it's not in general goods, is it? Hold on. Let me double check, just in case. And we can sell here, right? We still have some things to sell. Okay, yeah, these things. I get the feeling I should buy a few more water stones. Bottle caps. How many can I buy here? These are expensive. These were for training. I'm not entirely sure how it is yet, actually. I haven't looked it up too much, but I will. I will eventually. Yes. Like, I want to do at least one Chenpao raid today, you know? I know the focus today has been on Kitakami, but yeah. Oh, you know what I also found out off stream the other day? The Sinnoh starter I got, that Piplup I got from Professor Jack, is random between the three of them. It's not because I chose Quaxley at the beginning. No, it's random. So, I know the other two, they will appear somewhere in the Indigo disc. Or after, or I can't remember. So, you are able to get the 3 Sinnoh starters, which is interesting. What is it about Sinnoh? What is it about that? Is it that connection to Hisui because that photographer is still going to do something? I don't know what the whole thing behind that is, but before I forget, let's give it that weakness policy. The only problem is that it does have to play out the animation of the thing being used and the dialogue appearing there. It's the same with the berry. Let me see the berry, actually. Where are they? Which one is it? Oh, yeah, and also, yeah, normal, fairy, steel, dark. It would be a cold boar berry. We only have 3 of them. I'm unsure if, like... So, the thing about berries being consumed in battle. They get consumed, you lose them permanently unless you're in a battle facility or in a match against a player. There you can use them indefinitely, if I recall correctly. I don't know if the same applies for an online terror raid. Maybe the same with the weakness policy? No way. With that price, no way. 50,000 Poké dollars. 30,000, I think it was for the blunder policy, right? So are we still in Chenpao, or has it ended already, actually? I don't even know. Okay, yeah, still doing Chenpao. Let's see if we can find that. Oh, there's a Galate raid. We should consider the others too. As long as they're 5-star, because I don't think I'll be ready for, like... Oh, wait, is that a Basque Legion? Or no, it's a Dondozo, I think. Fire type. Galate. I think I have Galate already. But okay. One of them is bringing Serlech. It also receives that dark super effective damage, right? Yes, you can terrasilize it to make it become pure fire type, but you don't get that right away. So yeah. But alright. Let's see. It's not the first Chimpa raid I do, but it's the first one I do with Skeledirge. Skeledirge would have also been helpful against Rochin, but that's alright. Oh, look at that! The three out of the 4 of us have a Kitakami outfit. Yeah, that fancy one. That's a really good look with those tights that player had. I think it's the player with that shiny Orthworm. But yeah, let's see who gets Ruination. Ooh, Orthworm Jim! Oh my god, that was literally the name I think I was gonna give an Orthworm when I got it. Anyway, let's go for Overheat. Yeah, already terrestrialized, huh? Okay. Well, alright. We should do Torch Song after this. Oh, okay, you know what? It keeps resetting stat changes. It's gonna be better. It's gonna be great then, because it's gonna reset the negative stat change from Overheat. Yeah, you keep doing that, Chimpao. You keep doing that. Alright. Still gotta keep going before we can Terrestrialize. It'll be good to do Torch Song though. Yeah, we only have 5 Overheats anyway. I am tempted to give it that item that raises his power points permanently, but we'll see. Yeah, we're barely doing any damage. And I think a large part of that is because, you know... Time for Overheat again. Yeah, maybe I should seriously consider raising his power points. It's just... It would be a waste then if I end up replacing that attack with another move. But okay. Let's see if we can Terrestrialize. I think I should try to heal everybody. If nobody else does it. There we go. Yeah, Overheat comes in handy so well, right? Even the negative stat changes are gonna be eliminated. But yeah, that fancy Jinbei that they were using, it comes from donating 1 million Poké Dollars to the old man that wanted to restore the Shrine of the Three Stooges. I just wanted him to say, hey, we're actually gonna make this. This policy coming in. Hey, oh, wow, look at how much damage we received. But yeah, we're actually gonna make this be a shrine to Ogrepon now. I wanted him to say that. But yeah, sharply boosted all the stats, and well, yeah, I want to try Terrestrializing maybe, but we may have a feint here. Let's see what happens. Hopefully that's not what happens. If not, then well, better late than never. I think we're gonna win this either way. Actually, wait, they might finish it before I even land an attack. Okay. Yeah, I might still try to even train a little bit or something. It's just, I want to be stingy with those items because I'll use them when I train a party of my own, not for this. Okay, yeah, didn't even get to Terrestrialize. Skeledirge, that's alright. I need to think of a nice nickname for Skeledirge. Same for Meowscarada. I just love the idea of having all 3 starters in some way or another as part of my rotation, because now it's a rotation of Pokemon. That's what it is. Yeah, nice. Herba Mysticas. 40 Ice Terra Shards. You know what I remember? We should eat a meal that gives us Terra Ice Power. I think all it does is give you more rewards. It doesn't boost your attack against them, but if it doesn't, yeah, let's bring that into it. So here in Mesagosa, let's look around. I'm not gonna have a picnic. I'm just gonna see if I can find one that has Raid Power Ice, and we'll try it again with that. But I wonder if so how many items do I have that would help with those things? Weakness Policy is still a good idea though. I might try the berry. You know what? I am gonna try the berry, but remind me after that fight. After the fight in which we do get hit by a super effective dark move. Sorry, this is the actual berry pocket. Remind me to check to see if Skeledirge lost it after that. Let's see. Hey, Kieran was using them in the battle against him at the end of Teal Mask, right? It's a good strategy. I want to see how it feels to use it, but then those other items... Like, to allow a stat to grow quicker. Let me see. I'm no expert in competitive movesets and stats and all that, but like, to give myself an idea. How can you see the IVs? Is there a way to do that? I guess not. I don't know. I keep forgetting the difference between EVs and IVs even, at times. Or how IVs work exactly. F4 values, you can train them, but inherent values, they're tied to the nature, right? Bold nature. But anyway, yeah, special attack at 195, attack at 126. All right. I'm going to take it a little bit further, actually. I'm going to take a look at Smogon. Let's go to Smogon School, Smogon University. Let me see. Just a general build for Skeledirge. There's got to be one. Yeah, there's even an overused version. Torch Song. So the overheat Torch Song combo is actually not that common, but okay. Oh, there's actually... It's mostly defensive builds. Heavy duty boots. Okay, yeah, it's not going to go into play here. Terra type Fairy or Water. I'm of course not doing that. Let me see the Mono type builds, maybe? Basically defensive Ghost. It tends to be defensive, which is not what we're going for here. It's a wall. It's with unaware, yeah. Yeah. Okay, no, yeah, because they're giving me high HP and defense or special defense effort values. I feel like I gotta say effort values instead of EVs because, again, it sounds like I'm saying EV. I guess, okay, wait. EV. You see the difference? It's still so subtle a difference, though, that I don't know. I guess I'll keep switching back and forth between them. But yeah, these are defensive builds. It's not the same thing. Yeah, defensive Gator. Unaware wall. Well, I guess... I mean, boosting his HP is still good. Boosting his special attack and boosting his HP. But then if I do that build, we're gonna have to consume a lot of items to change it into a defensive one if I do want to use it online. I may want to. I mean, one day it would be fun if I can also build a Ghost Monotype party, bring it somewhere. And this is a Ghost type, right? A Paldean one, let's say. We can have Spectre there, Serlech, Skeledirge, 2 fire Ghost types. ℂ𝕠𝕟𝕤𝕠. Well, we'll bring Kitakami into it. Senischa. And the other 2, I'm not sure. Maybe we go outside Paldia even further. Mimikyu in there somewhere, but who knows. Or a fire monotype, right? Then we can have both Armarouge and Serlech. And Skeledirge still shows up there. But alright, then I'm not gonna touch the EVs. Let's find a meal that boosts... Oh, didn't mean to bring Skeledirge out. Actually, how are you doing, my friend? Congratulations on that win. My dear Skeledirge. Let's have you follow along, shall we? Don't mind the giant alligator just walking around. Actually, yeah, I figured he was just gonna return it. Okay. So let's go into this seafood place. Seafood Fresco. It literally has seafood in the name. Raid power. I think it's the same for all 3 places here, right? Just in case, let's see. Raid power, I think it's the same thing, so let's not bother with the other place. There may not be one, but I don't know, I don't want to bother with the whole picnic right now. Raid power, excellent. Raid power ice at level 1. Ideally, we want to go for more than this, but I'm just gonna try it this way. Escalivada. And there, you know, I can keep saving up on ingredients by coming back here every time. Ooh, let's see. What is this thing? Looks like lasagna. I don't know what it is. I had the description there. I'm gonna check it out. Ugh. Tough flavor it seems, but it's a good meal. Experience point power psychic, huh? Encounter power dragon? You must have been hungry. Come back anytime you worked up an appetite, eh? Well, I am a little bit hungry, actually. Human vessel is a bit famished. I'll eat something after the stream. The roasted vegetables have a pronounced umami flavor. They are great as a side dish or even as eau de vrai. I'm probably saying that wrong, but I'm trying. Oh, whoops. Sorry. Ah! Oh, I thought I entered again for a moment. Jeez, those camera angles. All right. Back into the Poke Portal. We get the benefit for half an hour. And that's, you know... Whether you're doing something internet-related or not, that's real time. That's not in-game time. You know, with the way days and nights cycle. Ooh, there's an Annihilate Braid. There's a Sour Orc. One of the Appling evolutions as well. Some of these would be good to kind of try them. It's just... Yeah. Especially Pokemon that are from a trade, right? It might be a good idea to try the... Okay, if we don't connect here, I'll try that Apple Dragon. I just forget the names, but Hydrapple, I think, is a new one that also has a middle stage, right? Well, a plain evolution. Why are there so many variations of it? What is it with Game Freak and Grass Dragon Apple Pokemon that makes him like it so much? Somebody just likes it so much. Well, apples can be nice. You know, I thought I didn't like apples, but I bought some the other day that were actually very sweet and very... just felt very great to eat. So, yeah, I was like, you know what? We can work with this. We can work with this right here. But alright. We are doing this, so yeah, I might bother with one of those raids another time. It's just that otherwise, you know, I have to bother breeding another Applin, then evolving that to get the other evolutions for completion of Pokedex, or finding another Applin. That's the name of the first stage evolution, right? Somewhere, and they're tough to find because you only find them in certain trees, you crash into them, and then when they drop down, it's hard to notice them. I could barely find the only one I found as it is. It's time consuming either way to like try for the egg. Ensuring you only have a Ditto and the Pokemon in the party. Maybe getting an egg power meal, waiting a little bit. Or finding the Pokemon you're looking for in the wild, things like that. Oh, that's a great outfit that player had with the hat. They're using a Team Star variant of some of the gear there. The way their sleeves are rolled up. It's so cool though! I need that! Ugh! We are gonna get that as soon as we can, seriously. Anyway. Look at the two Skeletor's just in here. Nice. Let's begin with Overheat right there. We might get lucky that we get Haze and then it just, you know, helps me out right there. There's just a lot of delay because of the way turn-based battles work, and of course internet. It's 4 people's internet, and then the server side is obviously it's gonna be a bit wonky. There will be a bit of I don't even want to call it lag. It's just network delay. I don't know. But yeah, you do an attack and it takes a while for the attack to even happen in the first place. My Skeletor still has an attack. What name should I give it? I do have like a name of choice for the Totodile line. I call it Gator. It's a perfect name, right? Because it's not just the fact that it's an alligator Pokemon. It's also a water type, so it's like perfect for a drink that's meant to hydrate you, right? Gatorade. So that's perfect. Yeah, let's do Overheat again. Let's just do it again. Let's keep those power points in mind. This is not good though. Okay, let's call it lag. The lag makes it bad because then time passes in a way you don't realize it's passing. We're already halfway through the timer. Yeah, this is a problem. Tajigen! Good to see you, Moody. Hello. So that's part of the challenge that we're meant to have in these raids. Still, oh my god. Like, because it does the bloody animation, it doesn't let you pick either. Like, you could end up choosing the wrong skill. That's why if you see somebody attack you in a raid, know that they may not be trolling or doing that intentionally. It's easy to lose track of like your menu selection and all that. How are you doing, Taji-san? Doing fantastic. Great time so far. Had a great time so far in Pokemon Teal or Pokemon Violet, whichever one you want to call it. The 3 Stooges have been caught. We advanced well in Pokedex. Mostly was that. Oh yes, and Machai has evolved. Great thing so far. Now it's time to just do a few Chen Power raids before ending the stream, because we actually are about to end it. I did want to have 1 or 2 Chen Power raids. Much shorter affair today because next week, yeah, the plan is indeed to start the Indigo Disc, and well, maybe a long affair just like last week, we shall see. And then at 14, also some long madness, and then Gamescom might happen on Tuesday, and then a collab this plan with Learn. Yeah, this raid is not going well. Just, we got some shenanigans with lag, I think. We got some shit. See, it couldn't even play some of the dialogue there or some of the animations properly. It had to rush through it. But alright. Raid Power Ice. Let's try one more. Hopefully we succeeded that one. We did succeed at the first one. Mostly it's the other people carrying it. It does feel like you do need to EV train them. You do need to train them a specific way. Yeah. We barely got anything done, it feels like. The berry didn't get used. I think I didn't receive a move that would make it be used. Let's see. If I see another raid, that might be good though. Let's maybe give it a try. I'll just have to take a moment to switch to Pokemon. I saw on Twitter that you were in 2 talk shows this week. Yes, we were. Look at that T, guys. Oh, Magnezone though. Wait. Okay. Maybe I shouldn't try to wait too long before doing it, but what do you need to do to get a Magnezone in this game? You don't need to trade, but no, you know what? Never mind. Let's not bother. Famous Taji. Yes, it's been a week of truly being a superstar. It ended up being a full coincidence that they both fell in the same week, but we had a great time earlier this week with Bitrate Banter. That was just a couple days ago. But even earlier this week with the Yappening. With Milan Deity, Bitrate Banter, hosted by Observer Andrea. Make sure you follow them on their end as well. They both have been working so hard, by the way. Still, you know, hosting other people, doing their streams and everything. So yeah. Thanks to them for having me again. For having this superstar. And elevating their talk show with my grandness. Yeah, let's make up words. Sadly, I couldn't watch. Oh, the VODs should be there on their channels. One of them might have been uploaded to YouTube already, actually. As soon as they are on YouTube, I'll put them on the playlist because I have a playlist for collabs on other channels. And at this point, I should have a playlist exclusively for, like, talk show interviews. I've done, like, 5 of them, maybe, at this point. There was T-Talk with Lethia. It's been a while since that one. I even was with my previous model. The VOD... maybe it's 4 or 5. Humble Modest Taji. Exactly. My humbleness, my humility is always going to be a humble brag in disguise. But disguise is not going to be that good, is it? The thing is, the key is being an egomaniac without putting down others. Oh, it's possible. It's possible. There is a way to do that. I'm gonna be all but then when somebody is also winning and being a superstar, I'll be like but not for me. You've heard of call an ambulance, but not for me. Call the paparazzi, but not for me. An egomaniac with a heart of gold. That's a great way to say it, Murray. I like that. Okay, we should probably check for new postings now. Oh, we may see another raid that's worth doing. I gotta check this out more often. I gotta do more of these jump out raids either way because the rewards are great. They help keep training more Pokemon to catch up with the current levels. So I have more of a rotation. There's still more I wanted to put on rotation, as I call it. What is fun about it is like having at least one of all 18 types. And then some others, like the 3 starters. Whoa, look at all this. Alolan Golem, Bog Terra type. Man, I would love to have that. Especially because you gotta trade it to evolve it, I think. But it's 6-star Terra. I don't think I have a good setup. It has to be a very specific one. I gotta take into account Rock, Electric, Bug type. So bringing in a Fire type, we would receive a Rock super effective move probably. The tags on your hair are related to the game. It's the masks that Ogerpon wears. We collected all 4 of them, also with Ogerpon. They're meant to be worn as full masks, but we're gonna wear them like this. I could probably put it on as a whole mask, actually. We should maybe try it before I finish the stream. But remind me to do that. Yeah, that might have been fun. And then there's some you can wear in the game. Okay, I'm hesitating too much. Let's try Chimpao. Might be too late to join the Golem raid anyway. Yeah, 6-star Terra raids are more complicated. 7-star even more difficult, but with 6-star Terra raids, I think that's where you start to having to bring up very, very specific Pokemon. That makes it so much more difficult. Because I'm thinking Skeledirge, maybe my Oricorio. Oricorio would be destroyed by a rock move because it's a fire flying type. Double weakness to it. A flying type, yeah. Fire type, yeah. What else is super effective against Bug? Rock. Rock on rock, maybe, but then I can see it having a ground move as well. It would save the trouble of having to trade with someone to get it, though. I got a nice Gengar the other day thanks to that, but it was a 5-star raid. It's a bit easier. Now, some players joined that just carried the entire thing. It was great. This, yeah, even version exclusives, one could find that way. The key is in recognizing the silhouette because I may not recognize it. Anyway, Hopefully raids continue to be with enough players joining them, even after Legend CA comes out. I mean, Dynamax raids still continue to happen in Sword and Shield, I think. By the time we get to it, it may be too late to properly, you know, find other players for it, for them. These events help. Mimikyu, nice. Gardevoir. No, let's do Chimpao. Clodsire, I see there. Pink Curchin, I think that is. And Corfish. Garchomp. And my dear Magnezone again. Yeah, I'll see if I can train Magnezone. The Magnemite, Magneton, Magnezone evolutionary line I am just in love with. All the minds combined to form a single entity on a higher plane of existence. Of course I love that. And that's what's going on there. You know what? Maybe we can keep it going until the top of the hour. Especially if it takes this long to find raids, right? So, yeah. Let's keep it going for a bit longer. We'll see. No, like, legendary Pokemon fights, right? I did know they would take a while. So I was thinking, okay, hopefully it doesn't take too long. It's not 1 hour for each of the 3 legendaries there that we were catching, but it's something that can feel like it takes forever. Like it takes so many Ultra Balls. But then when you finish the fight and you see how many Ultra Balls you use, for example, you'll find that it's not as much as you think it is. Like, okay, I'm gonna stock up on over 100 Ultra Balls for this legendary. But you end up using something like 22, which is still a lot, but not as much as you might think. Better safe than sorry, of course. Ooh, somebody's bringing, I think, a fighting type Arceus. Whimsicott! What the hell are you doing with Whimsicott in this fight? Grass Fairy type. Wait! It's gonna receive super effective ice damage. The dark typing that Chinpao has, that's maybe where the fairy type comes in, but the thing about it is that it's a pure ice type thanks to the Terra. But alright. Ooh, what is up with that black outfit? That's Dendra's outfit, right? You can get that. Probably find out later in the game. But alright. We got Ruination, I think the Arceus, no, the Whimsicott. That's not gonna be good for it because then a nice move might kill it. Okay, they also brought Salazzle. Salazzle is a good choice. I can see why. Poison fire type. I was gonna say fighting. Oh yeah, fighting and fire, they both start the same way. Fi. When you have a fire fighting type, there's been so many starters with that, it feels like. Fi. There you go. It almost becomes Command Rider 555. Ima hitori hitori no nune no naka me wo samaseda. Time to go. Jeez, we're getting so unlucky. Nah, no way we're winning this one, I think. Ah, they taunted it so it doesn't use haste. I can see why they did that. Haste for me is beneficial, but yeah. Ugh, we keep getting flinches from Icicle Crash. Dude. I mean, RNG is not with us in this one. Somebody brought a grass type here. This is not looking good, chat. But alright. I think perhaps I should try a cheer to heal everybody. Go all out, hang tough maybe. I never use those, but they can definitely come in handy. Also, let me know if the game is much louder than me. This is one of those times where I feel like it gets so loud. Still struggling with properly telling how the sound is on the stream and all that. Yeah, but at least we don't receive super effective dark damage. So I have the berry that will decrease the effect. Okay, let's reduce the volume a little bit. Just during the raid itself. Oh, wait. No, sorry. Let me do it in a different way. 1 second. There we go. We used the berry. The Colbur berry was used up. I'm curious if it remains used up after the fight, or if it gets recovered like in a battle facility or online match or something like that. Oh wow, that Arceus has a stellar Terra type. Look at that on the far left. Look at that beautiful thing. Oh yes, it takes star power to get the power of all 18 Pokemon types. Now that's a true multi-dimensional superstar right there. Injected in my veins, my god, injected in my veins because I'm not even noticing that the fight is ending for a moment there because oh my gosh, yes. That's gonna be a lot of fun in the indigo disc. Okay, let's go back to the volume we were at. I'll keep it at that volume maybe. So yeah, let's check the berry. Do we still have the Terra power, the raid power for ice? Yeah, the berry remains. That's super nice. So, and it didn't just automatically equip another one in the bag, right? I don't think it works like that, but no, yeah, perfect. Let's use the Cold berry. Weakness policy is helpful too, but for now, let's keep using that and let's give it a try again then. Oh, I didn't see if I still have raid power though. Hold on. There were some interesting looking Pokemon there maybe, but we have... Which one was it again? No, this is to change my clothing. It's right on the D-pad. Sorry, I'm pressing the wrong buttons. Okay, 14 minutes left for that. That works out. That's pretty much the top of the hour too. Let me see though, because I may be interested in another one of these. I'm not. Some look kinda nice. Mimikyu, Chandelure. Fighting type for Mimikyu, Dark type for Chandelure. Chandelure becoming Dark type. Could be a nice counter to Ghost and Dark super effective damage, right? But yeah, doing plenty of these that are, you know, one, I can get a lot of Ice Terra shards and then selling them, great money. All the experience candies I get, they will help with keeping a nice rotation of Pokemon, leveling the hell out of them up. And then, maybe I should do that with Skeletorch also. Making it be level 100 will also help. Just capping its level, but in case I do use it in the coming content we're gonna do, the DLC, I don't want it to be too over-leveled. Everybody's gonna be so over-leveled already. As they are. Even more over-leveledness. Is that even a word? Well, you get what I mean. That makes it good enough to be a word in my book. What have I said? I'm a superstar that's extraordinary. I can make up words. Anybody can make up words if you think about it, but I have more power, let's say. See, you can change reality. You make up a new word. That's changing reality. That's reality altering powers. It's about empowering you, you see? You have the power to alter reality, Tajigen. You just need to realize it. It's also like being a Don Quixote figure, right? Just like, oh no, those are no windmills, those are giants. You choose your own bloody narrative. Oh, nice, we got... Right, because I think Khaiden is the one that brought that. The sunlight turned harsh, beautiful. That's gonna help so much, so much. Maybe Khaiden is good to bring to this. Not that I have a bloody Khaiden though. And I'm not gonna have one anytime soon, but... Okay, if we get into a raid with somebody that brings a Khaiden, that makes a huge difference. Huh? Already with the special Terra shield. Ah! Somebody did a lot of damage already though. That's good. That changes recent. Sunlight will help a lot. Didn't even get to do my overheat there. Crunch. Okay, I got it, but the berry is gonna help. It just makes more time be consumed because I have to do the animation, the dialogue. Yeah, those few seconds in which it says the cold berry was used up. But it's fun, you know? When you guys are used to something like Pokemon Showdown, it's like... Okay, we're doing haste, so let's do overheat again. I hate how it interrupts your choosing of an attack in the menu. It messes it up for you. But it's like, oh jeez, okay, that sucked. Ouch. This is why... Yeah, defenses I think got reduced, or was it only special attack? No, it wasn't defenses that got reduced, right? And haste was supposed to also reset negative status effects. This is why I wonder, is Cerulege still a good idea here? Is Skeletorch a good idea? You get super effective dark damage. And the berry saved my life, but it can only do that once. Maybe we should switch that for a weakness policy after all. But anyway, yeah. Yeah, Pokemon Showdown is great fun, and it still will be, I think, but Pokemon Champions, fully animated and all that, visual, it's gonna be good. Maybe I'm still putting there too... My expectations are still becoming too high right there. Thanks for the heal, whoever did that. I think it's time to press slice. Why, thank you! Thanks for nullifying the stat changes. With Unaware, if it ever buffs itself, we always ignore it. So yeah, maybe let's keep doing overheat until we run out of power points too. That was some decent damage. Man, we should be more damage. It feels like we should be trying to get through the combos more damage. Let's try Torch Song and see if we can capitalize. And also, I hate that the timer keeps going while you're doing your Terra animation. It feels unfair, but at the same time I can see why it would be difficult to pause the timer when one single player out of the 4 of them is terrestrializing their Pokemon. But it's like, I can't help it, it's playing the animation. But I have to terrestrialize it. It makes it all easier. Ooh, do I get the final blow? Let's go, let's go, let's go! In a way, I gave the final blow right there. See, I'm not just getting carried all the time. Let's go, let's go. Excellent. Oh yeah, I think I'm noticing only until now what makes that Qianbao shiny. It's like darker fur. 6 large candies, 60 Ice Terra shards. That's a lot of L and XL experience candies. PP up. The sussy name, right? The sussy name protein. No, actually, yeah, we were considering using that for overheat, right? I don't know, I don't know. If I end up changing those moves for Skeledirge in the future, it might be a good idea. But yeah, this is why you can multitask with like Terra raids, online Terra raids, because for a lot of the time you're just waiting for the moves to play out, for the animations to happen. At the same time though, if you multitask too much, you may also be more prone to choosing the wrong move, maybe targeting your allies with an attack, which always sucks. But this is why you should always give the benefit of doubt if you see an ally attack you. Like, they're not doing it intentionally. There's friendly fire. There's friendly fire, but yeah. Some people are organized enough that there's a strategy where, like, if a Pokemon gets hit a certain way, there's an ability that makes them get more... increase their damage or something. So they literally hit their ally to give them that boost in that way, right? But... Alright. Alright. That will do right there. It's been a great week, Tajigen. We couldn't have the Uma Musume stream. I hate that we still have to cancel it. Hopefully it doesn't happen this next week, because I'm gonna try to be measured about the way I'm distributing the streams, because if this week was big, this next one is gonna be big too. Some big events happening. Gamescom, opening night live is happening on Tuesday, though it may be a bit complicated for me to go stream it with my schedule. Technically I can do it, but it also kind of matches the time of other things I'm doing around that time, so it's like, it's a very tight window, because it starts at, what was it, 1 p.m. Eastern or Central, or, well, the point is, we actually are not supposed to start it at the moment it starts. So we can have a little bit of a starting to the screen, a little bit of yapping before that. We want to start the stream at least 15 minutes before it, or a half hour before it, so like, there's that. And, well, we'll see if we can or not. I really want to try it. Tuesdays tend to be busy for me in general. TSG streams also happen, and you know, we're still gonna have one later that day. But yeah, I think it may be able to happen. I'll just have to, you know, also work on other things in a different way than usual, but yeah. And then on Wednesday, that's when we're planning a collab with Alluring for the Moonfire Fair in F14. Friday, Final Fantasy Friday 14 again. Final Fantasy Friday, I should say. But the group content in the 4.4 patch, all of it, which includes the end to the Omega raid series, and that will be a doozy, on top of some other things like a dungeon and a trial that we're also gonna do, or at least that's the plan. And then on Sunday, 1 week from now, more Pokemon Violet, but now it's colored indigo on top of it for the indigo disc. That reminds me, these have been fun to use, but let me try something. I'm gonna try with the default mask for Ogre Pond. What does it look like? Yeah, the more I zoom it out, the more... Okay, yeah, I'm wearing the mask. The way my hair kind of leaks through for a moment is kind of funny. Yeah. Okay, that's enough of that. That's enough. Yeah, I had to do it for a moment. What would they look like as badges? Hold on. Let's yap a little bit more as we do this. What would they look like pinned to my clothing the way I've been pinning the badges? I don't know if Indigo Disc is going to bring anything like this, you know, collectibles, badges. There's like objectives in the traditional Pokemon sense within Teal Mask. There were no gems, obviously, but we did have the locations, the what was it? The information signs we had to find. It was 3 of them, I think, or 4 of them. A picture gets taken at the end of all of them with Kieran, and then with Carmine we had the 3 Stooges, and there's also Ogre Pawn and all that. So that worked out. It was like 6 objectives in total, right? We had the 8 gems, we had the 5 Team Star bases, we had the 5 Titan Pokemon. I just love how they're adding more than just the gym challenge while still keeping that objective-based Pokemon formula, because I'm a sucker for those sorts of things in video games. You know what I've been flirting around with? The idea of maybe going out of my comfort zone and maybe even playing Mega Man one day. But man, high difficulty games kick my ass. More than they're supposed to, I mean. But man, the Robot Masters, the Mavericks, then you go through Sigma's or Wily's Castle or whatever. It was like so much fun. At least listening to his music has been nice. I've been listening to some music from Mega Man X. Kick-ass. I've always known the music is kick-ass for Mega Man, but this one even more so. But yeah, even bigger things coming this next week. So those are going to be long streams too. But, you know, gotta let the human vessel rest a little bit more. And outside of that, like, I'm also busy with other things, other work I need to do and all that. So doing my best to measure myself, but making it absolutely exciting for this next week too. And then it's like, is this the last week of August, or, well, there's one more after that. We'll see how it goes beyond that. Either way, I do hope to see you for that next week, Tajigen. Let's make it great. Let's make it great across many different dimensions. For this red dimension, though, make sure to like and subscribe if you like what you saw. Keep supporting the stream and all that. Hell, leave a comment. Comments do a lot for the, you know, content creator you're doing them for. And for you as well, of course. Recommending the content even more, like the like would do and all that. Like the like would do. No pun intended there. You see all the unintended puns that happen? Perfection. But yeah, what else did I want to say? Oh yeah, follow me on all the social media and all that. On all the other places. Whatever the case though, it's been a fantastic week, Tajigen. Hope to see you for even more exciting events coming this next week. Have a good one. お疲れ様でした。